She got these big ass glasses on her face. And they are in the store. Anytime you go to scratch your head while you're right next to her, she flinching. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants that? Who wants that? And I don't respect men that do that, because there's better ways to get through to someone. You don't have to put your hands on them physically. That's how I feel. And us as men, come on, man. I feel like can't no woman really beat us unless you're just a nigga that can't fight and you puny, and she Ali's daughter or something. Like, you know what I mean? Or the girl that's UFC fighting. So at the end of the day, in your relationship, the woman shouldn't even be with you if she really thinks she could beat you up.
Give out that number. You got some people want to call in. Give out that number, Leo.
Oh, the number is 614-781-0754. Number again is 614-781-0754. Make sure y'all call in. What you gonna say, baby?
No, but now thinking about it, like, I feel like the abusee and the abuser are both insecure in the situation, so that causes that person to stay, and it causes him to hit her.
Yeah, because I do feel like it's like a controlling.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're both lacking something that they're not getting from each other. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So
with that being said, Leo, as hearing something as that, do you still think of it as cowardly then? Because at first, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I thought that was real cowardly of my father to do that.
Yeah.
And then I grew up and understand that both parties are going through things, right?
Yes.
So mental things. So it's not cowardly. It's something wrong here.
Yeah, it's something wrong. That's the same thing that happened to me.
So I went, talk, and then after that, talking to my father, because after that, there was a whole bunch of hatred built up that I couldn't deal with. And then he explained to me that, first of all, it's sort of like when people use drugs. First thing they say is, it's not them. It's really not them when they stealing from people.
It's an excuse. I'm sorry.
I believe it. I believe it.
I'm sorry. Like, it's a fucking excuse, because
I truly believe
it. You can walk out. Like me, I've been in situations where
it sounds so easy. I was about to say sometimes it's not that easy.
It is. It's not.
Well, for me, I must be different.
Because I grew up with a lot of hate in my heart for my father because of the same thing. It's like, I'm thinking, how could you do that to someone? And then I grew up and I had a daughter of my own, and I understood not necessarily where he was coming from, because he should have never put his hands on us. He should have never put his hands on my mother.
I'm not saluting that right there.
But it's cause and effect sometimes, and it's just, you can't. It's just usually a whole bunch of shit to the situation that people don't really.
Slap the shit out your
no, you don't have to do that. You definitely don't have to do that. But everybody isn't you though. Everybody can't take that same load.
The phone lines must be off or something, because people keep saying they call in and they can't get through.
All right, tell them do it again.
You
call back. Make sure you call back.
Everybody doesn't.
614
can't take that same struggle like you can take it. They can't take that same load like you can. So you can't really.
Oh shit! Damn, turn that down, baby. Yo, Straight Up Radio. Straight Up Radio. Who I'm hollering at? Hello? Yeah. Straight Up Radio. What's popping? The phone going crazy. Can you hear me now? Hello? They said they can't hear.
All right, keep going.
Can you hear me? Hey, click over there. Somebody on the other line.
Hey, that's lit in here.
Let me be mowing.
That's good though.
Then call back. Tell them to call back. There you go.
All right.
No, it's off. That was the other line caller. Make sure y'all call back, man. I apologize. The line is acting kind of crazy right now. Work with us right now. Make sure y'all call back. Okay, thank you.
Y'all real quick.
Yo, Straight Up Radio. What's popping though? Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
They keep saying hello, man. I don't know why they can't hear me.
Maybe she had a playing too.
Hey, baby, do you got me in your headphones or something?
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hello? Can you hear?
You can't hear me?
Can you hear now?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us?
It's on regular. Hello?
This line is going crazy. We need these callers. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Shit. Hang that up, bro. Something ain't going right with these lines. I'm sorry, y'all, man. Something is not going right with these lines, but just keep calling in and working with us, man. We're talking about this domestic violence. This is the month for that.
They definitely going like crazy. Yeah, they are.
So make sure y'all keep calling in. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
I can barely hear you.
Wow. I don't know what's going on, baby. But now, can you hear me though?
I think she on speaker.
Barely. Hold on. Let me.
Excellent.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello? Barely. You can barely hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? She can't even hear me, bro. Gotta get this shit together.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, now we're good. Okay, now we're talking about the domestic violence and why women stay in abusive relationships. So we would like to hear your comment on this. Oh, you can't hear it out loud. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear me? I don't know, baby. You might got some bad service, sweetie. I don't know.
Yeah, I could try calling.
Yeah. Try calling in and see what's popping. Hey, call back. Look, they're gonna hang up. Make sure y'all keep calling in. But right now, we're talking about why do women stay in abusive relationships. This domestic violence thing is a big thing. It's echoing like crazy, and we want to make we want to make sure that everything is going how we need it to go. So make sure y'all keep calling in and keep tuning in because we're talking about a real live topic right now. Why do you women stay in abusive relationships?
Go ahead and say something.
Hello?
Hello?
I
I can hear.
You can't hear me? See, that sounds crazy.
All right, see now.
Hello? She still can't hear me, huh?
It's up to the max. I don't understand. Tell her now.
Hello? This is crazy. Call George or something, man, because this shit is too serious right now. But like I'm saying, because they love the person so that they will stay instead of leave. I mean, I don't feel like at the end of the day, saying that you love someone and that's why you stay, that doesn't make sense. I mean, sense. See me saying sense, that don't even make motherfucking sense. So what I'm saying though, like that's not love. I feel like at the end of the day, if somebody got to put their hands on you and bruise you up and be like, they don't really love you, that could never be no type of care. Hello? Yo, Straight Up Radio. She can hear me in the background. Hello? Turn that down. Hello, can you hear me? They can't hear you, bro. These phones
It's like dead silence when you
Do you got it on mute on the phone too or something? Like
maybe if they just walked away from
and listen though, if y'all calling in
to.
on my live, I'm sorry. Hey, can you get the door? If you calling on my live, hello? You can kind of, but you can't though.
That's the question.
Look at them, bro. She gotta hear me to ask the question, bro. Hello? Okay, now today we're talking about why do women stay in abusive relationships? Why do you feel women stay in abusive relationships?
Can you hear me before I...
No, I can hear you fine. We can hear you perfect. I just want to hope you hear me. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? This shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, the only way I can hear y'all is on my laptop.
Damn, that's so fucked up, man.
Walk away. I mean, like, listen.
Can you move? You said you can't hear us on your phone, but you just hear us through the laptop. That's how you know what questions I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about this, dog.
Sit on the other side. You want to sit
I can give you my feedback.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Give me your feedback. Look, she only.
All right, so I can't speak on physical abuse, but I can speak on verbal abuse.
Mm-hmm. I hate
and
this.
I will tell you the reason why I say both of the things.
I'm about to get
because I felt like I couldn't get nobody else, and so I dealt with whatever treatment that I was getting.
So like, can you hear me? Because I want to comment back, and you gotta wait till the fade back through the. Oh my God, okay. Baby, I appreciate you for calling in though.
But it's like a hell of a delay.
I know. Well, just no, it ain't. So just make sure you comment on my live, please. Comment on my live, and I will just speak back from you commenting on my live since the line is not acting correct. So just comment on my live how you feel, and I'll make sure I say back to you, you know what I mean, your answer to your question or whatever, okay? This shit pissing me off. So Bex, you said lack of self-esteem made me stay. So you was in an abusive relationship. And at the end of the day, you can hang that line up, please. And at the end of the day, what I'm saying is lack of self-esteem, that's what he's going to do to you while he's putting his hands on you and he's being verbal to you. So right now, we're going to come back to y'all and make sure we're going to get these lines together, man. We're about to go to this music. So make sure y'all call in 614-781-0754. Oh, yes, mom.
You ain't picking the hoe up. You bogus running down on your kid, my nigga grow up. For God's sake, like a wedding cutting large cake. For large stakes, let the hammer bang broad day. Hey, never mind what the blog say. But my mind and my heart say. My philosophy, profit off my properties. We got to be rich and broke. Possibly off of my rock and watch how you watching me. Sophisticated psychotic flies. I wish you could get, I got it. Unlimited, I made it. Nigga was right. I'm the king. I made it so life when you around. Couldn't got it. Never got it. If you call it, how popular was Saudis? Buying crude oil and diamonds. Also January, July. Nigga telling me behind the vibe. Eyes like a blind nigga telling me it's an apple. I be that way till I die. My nigga with me again. And one to the hand on my arm. It's my time.
Hello, can you hear me?
Nope.
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Far away.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but you sound far away, but I can hear you.
How many dogs you got?
You said the what?
How many dogs you got?
How many what I got?
How many dogs you got?
Dog?
Yes.
None.
All right. How many?
Can you hear me?
You're not on yet.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go.
Hello.
Ask anything. Can you hear me?
Barely, like it's very vague. I'm sorry, but
Get close, real close to it. That's what I just did.
Can you hear me now?
yeah, I mean I can hear you. Just sound far.
Ask anything. Ask anything.
So what's going on right now?
Don't look and make her read your lips, man. Try not to.
She all the way down there.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
Ask a question, Leo, so we can get back to the show.
hello? She can't even hear me saying hello.
And I'm not about asking no questions. She can't hear me say hello, LJ. God damn, bro.
Leo,
Hello?
ask a question.
Man, cut that off, bro. You gotta piss me off.
I hear y'all arguing.
Apartments way more exciting than a big ass house on the hill. I used to be a way better writer and a rapper when I used to want to become a deal. Niggas speed in the Porsche, feeling like I'm off a course. Niggas thinking about like free, so of course. Please get the fuck off, we projectiles, bitch, you got a choice. I'm just my life and yours. I don't even remember the face. But that's how the world drink out to the sideways, do that shit. It's that shit that'll make you call your mama and say, yeah, sorry for begging for all them clothes you put me for. It's the type of shit that'll make you call your partner and say, I'm sorry, I'm awkward, my fault for fucking up this song. I hated all the...
Yo. Straight Up Radio was popping though. Yo, Straight Up Radio was popping though.
Hello, can you hear me?
My motherfucker.
Cupid done want off, waiting in the hallway with a cross. Maybe boy face full of applesauce. Maybe should have stayed, but it ain't your fault. Too much pressure, I feel low. I'm sorry, too young and had to choose between you and what the rest of the world might offer me. Shit, what would you do? But I'd probably do it differently, give second a chance. Only if some cool ass older man would have let me know in advance. This quarry that is dug so deep in the father's chest when he feel that he's broken up his nest and he figure shit he was just doing the best that he could, which ended up being the worst that he could. And all some pussy nigga on the internet can say if that verse ain't good. It's boring. Really? When I'm disgusted with this world and I can hardly breathe and told so many lies, don't know what to believe. I disgusted with this girl and this is what she said. She said, lay down, baby, rest your weary head. Love me, distraction, but my mind don't wanna rest. But my body disagrees, so it lays upon the breast, yes. Oh, you so fucking fine. I woke up the next morning with the purpose on my mind. Who knows your body well? Who knows your body well? Who should I be sorry for? Who should I be sorry to?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I don't hear nothing.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear nothing. Zero, nada. Nada.
All right, come back in.
Fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the
Yo, this lady bed 3.
Can you hear me? Hello? What you just pressed? Turn that off. Can you hear me?
I can barely hear y'all.
I don't know what's going on right now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little better, but you sound super far away.
For real? That's crazy. So what you want to call in and ask about, lady girl?
So the topic is domestic violence.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, the abuse. Why do women stay in abusive relationships?
Okay, so I can speak on different levels of this. I just wanted to give a quick little segment on it. I can speak on physical, mental, and abusive.
Okay, well, we'll break it down for us then. I said we'll break it down for us then. Let us know the physical part first, and then the mental.
Hello?
Yeah, did you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me real good? Can you hear me real good? Yo. Okay. We're gonna do it that way, bro. I mean, this shit. Hey, that's the reason, boss.
Dirty move.
Growing up, my mama explained the difference between fame and notoriety. See, fame is when people know you. Notoriety is when people know your work. And notoriety leave a legacy. When they talk about us, when they talk about Bigger Rankin, when they talk about Lucci, when they talk about TIG, some will hate, some will cheer. All will know one thing. My nigga Nut, we came in and changed.
Yeah, yeah. Lately I've been feeling like fuck a hater, fuck a cop. Yeah, yeah. I swear lately I've been heartless, 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 heartless. Yeah. Lately I've been heartless, 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 heartless. Yeah.
Yo, what's poppin' though? Straight Up Radio. Yo.
Yo, George.
You can't hear. Say something.
He can't even say nothing because he can't hear us say something.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me nice and easy?
They keep going in and out.
I'm sorry, what you say?
I said they keep going in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, now, like I'm asking, we talking about abusive relationships, man. You know anything about that?
Okay, I hear like a little slight separation.
So what is that, George?
That I would not know if I was in there.
Oh, okay. So what is it? Can you hear me?
Can you hear you now?
Can you hear me now? George.
Fuck this shit. Let me go on live. Damn.
George.
Yeah.
George.
I can hear you.
George.
You got him on speakerphone?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yo, George. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You hear me clear? Because I'm getting happy now.
Can you hear me? Yo, George, where you at right now?
What happened, bro? It's like in and out.
What the fuck is it doing? And that's not.
That's like servers. Like this ain't no cell phone. It ain't like thundering though. It ain't storming. Hey, I thank you though for coming though.
Man, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Man,
be careful, all right?
All right.
I can't even say call in.
Tell them typing it. Fuck it.
It makes me feel so wonderful inside, especially when dance.
Good. Hey. Say so good fuck with me if they want. Hey guys. Say little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them.
See, fame is when people know you. Notoriety is when people know your work. And notoriety leave a legacy. When they talk about us, when they talk about Big Rankin, when they talk about Lucci, when they talk about TIG, some will hate, some will cheer, all will know one thing. My nigga Nut, we came in and changed the music game forever.
Lately I've been chasing paper, chasing guap. Yeah. Lately I've been feeling like fuck a hater, fuck a cop. Yeah. That's why lately I've been heartless. Yeah. Lately I've been heartless. Yeah. Oh hell no, ain't no pressure about no beef. We gon' ask it out. I got your bitch and she telling me all your whereabouts. Loading the cake, I can't wait to go and spray one out. Oh, I've been hustling all day, trying to get that cake up out it all day. I've been riding with it all day. It ain't got no safe. Y'all niggas play it safe. We gon' hit you safe. I got niggas in my head, man. I hit you safe. I've been a thug all my life. Wanted to plug all my life. We had to move around with them pipes. We had to shoot it out some night. Ain't no pressure about no beef. No, we love them. Fuck nigga, don't make me put a slug in them. Lately I've been chasing paper, chasing guap. Yeah. Lately I've been feeling like fuck a hater, fuck a cop. Yeah. That's why lately I've been heartless. Yeah. Lately I've been heartless. Yeah.
Relocated, got a bigger balance on the water. Pull up to the club, I toss valet a couple hundred. Women in abundance, gotta fuck them by appointment. Pray that bundle come from Haiti, I'ma give you what you wanted. I fucked her in the park, now we fucking on the jet. You fucking with my squad, I'ma put that shit to rest. Study all these niggas, cause this life is just a test. I need my 100 million, you can't tell me nothing less. They gave my nigga key and lawyer said he did his best. These streets ain't where you wanna be, and Rose told you that. The only natural talent niggas that was being violent. If a nigga take my life, I pray he see me smiling.
Lately I've been chasing paper, chasing guap. Yeah. Lately I've been feeling like fuck a hater, fuck a cop. Yeah. That's why lately I've been heartless. Yeah. Lately I've been heartless. Yeah.
Are you able to hear me?
Down, man. Get with it, get it rolled over, man.
Hello?
Are you able to hear me?
Straight Up Radio. Hello.
Are you able to hear me? Hello, are you able to hear me?
We have a technical difficulty right now.
Anybody able to hear me now? Hello?
This man said I'm going to be some women that women they'll stay there and the women keep putting their hands crazy, man.
And he's still on the line.
Well, maybe if they always there the job.
Me only do what women love.
Are you able to hear me? It's still online?
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, it's making some weird echoing noise when you turn the line on, but nobody can hear it. They can't. I can hear the person calling in. They can't hear us. Like a person talking back.
It's Polish, right? Polish is right.
Yeah. On the phone line? Okay. Everything was like nothing's pushed down.
What?
Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, the L and R, they're all like, well, no, they're all down. My bad. Should they all be pushed down, or should they be pushed up? That's a mixture.
Oh.
Like. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Somebody call me back. Let me check this real quick. See this. Hello, are you able to hear me? Hello, are you able to hear me? All right. Hello? Hello? Yeah, now I ain't getting nothing. Okay. Hello? Hello, are you able to hear me?
What's up, bro?
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying? Hello? Anybody there? Hello? Hello? Hello, are you able to hear me? Yeah, I ain't getting no response. Which box? The. Hello? Hello? Hello, you able to hear me? Hello? Nothing. I ain't getting nothing. All right. I don't know. All right. Hello?
Yo, Straight Up Radio was popping though.
Hello?
Yo, Straight Up Radio was popping.
Hello?
Damn. Yo, LJ.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello, yo. Can you hear me? 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 Yo, can you hear me? You should have left that open, man, so I could get up and keep going to get it.
So look, tell Shorty to come up here, right? Nah, fuck. You got 2 phones, right?
I lost my other phone.
Fuck. I'm not trying to get my phone.
Hey, I ain't giving my number out.
Yeah, so that's the only way we can do it. One though. That's the only way somebody get their fucking phone number to the world. Or they just type it in and you just respond.
That's what I said. That's why I was on my live. Like, the phone ain't working. That's the only way we could do is people comment and I gotta answer their comment through what they ask. That's what I've been saying. Like,
that's the only way we can do it. Let's go.
Feel like for us to figure out, I have to really like.
Yeah, do it. You can't do it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take a little more time.
My bad, y'all. We back. So listen. The mic's real loud. The mic is real loud. Wapale, what's up, man? Calling ain't working. I know, baby, it ain't working, but it's okay. Only thing you gotta do is just comment. I mean, I know ain't no one saying anything. Okay, well, okay. Well, listen though, baby. I know ain't nobody saying nothing. So just type in your comment on what you feel why people stay in abusive relationships. I know it's some work. You gotta use your fingers and shit like that, but this is the way we can find out a solution right now. But we're gonna have part 2 to this shit next week. For real. We definitely gonna come back to this shit next week because this is very important, especially it being this month. Will, what's up with it? Will, what's going on, man? You already know, man. We're talking about abusive relationships and why women stay in them. And I feel like at the end of the day, why do you think men? And then we was talking before we left. Why do you think men put their hands on females? Everything. I just want to know.
To me, it always boils down to control. It looked like at the time, the most important thing my father was trying to get across to my mother was control. The situation, the mood, everything. I think that's the biggest, the lack of control in their everyday life, that's what gives it to them.
So basically your dad was treating your mom like she was a child.
No.
Putting his hands on her to make sure she respected him and have control.
No, child got nothing to do with it. Just, you can have control over a grown-up.
By putting your hands on her.
Yeah. But mental and physical abuse, yes, you can still. You don't just hit children.
No, if a man disrespect me, I'm gonna put my hands on another man.
But no, he wasn't treating her. No, it's not about treating him like a child. It's like I have a grown up that I have control over.
I know, but like you don't think you can get control there as far as conversation, communication, without even putting your hands on. I feel like you can get control over a woman by being a doer.
That's
showing your actions to a woman.
Uh-huh.
that will control them anyway. If you say, hey, baby, we're going to make this happen, and you do it, boom. If you're paying these bills like a man, you taking care of that, you ain't out here doing stupid shit in the streets or fucking around, that will control a woman because you will have her loyalty.
Right.
And control is basically loyalty.
Right.
Someone like, and some people take the word control out of context because it seems kind of crazy. But I feel like if you're taking care of your business as a man, you do what you got to do, you're looking after your kids, taking care of your responsibility, you can have all the control you want over a woman.
What happened when you come in one day and the boss says the building is closing? There goes your job, right?
Yeah.
Then comes frustration. First of all, I'm not giving excuses. I don't want to seem like that at all. But I'm trying to just put you in the other person's shoes. So it's not about, it's about, you said taking care of your business. If the man was taking care, what if you're not able to? That is the men go depressed over things like that.
So you think that, that will. If your pocket's low, your whole mind fucked up. Right. And I know all about that, but I feel like at the end of the day, with you being the man that you are, and you was taking care of your responsibilities, you was doing what you was doing, only thing your woman should be there for, like we say, we need a rock, we need motivation.
But so what happens when the plant closes?
Oh, you get another job.
Yeah,
it's another one.
It wasn't that easy back then, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't. But at the end of the day, you ain't got to be slapping her up.
No, you ain't got to be doing that thing. I just for us to want to get to the solution, we got to understand what put them there.
Yeah.
What put them there?
So do you feel like at the end of the day, can a woman be like, in a relationship with a man that like can a man be in a relationship with a woman that's verbally abusive to him? Do you think that can have an effect on it? Her always talking down, nigga, you ain't shit.
Yes.
Nigga, you ain't doing this. Nigga, if I was fucking with whoopty boop,
yeah,
it will be like this and this and that. Always in his ear, like, so a nigga like, bitch,
yes,
Bruce Lee slap, bitch.
This thing don't have no gender, man.
Yeah,
don't have no skin color. It's about,
and it's about no filter too.
It's about she wants control too.
Yeah.
And her, whether she's at her 9 to 5, she don't feel like she's controlled there. In her regular everyday life, she don't feel like she controlled there. The only way she feels like control is when she come home and able to give that dude that abusive
verbal abuse.
That's right.
So that's her control right there. But do you
that's
think,
her getting control.
With a man being like that, or not even a man, a person with the verbal abuse, why wouldn't they leave? Why do you think they won't get away from that situation? And at the end of the day, if she is being verbal or he's being verbal, saying like, because sometimes it'd be a self-esteem thing. A man or a woman can tear down each other's self-esteem for saying you too fat or you too skinny or you too this or you ain't like that or you don't dress like this or you ain't got that going on. But what if you start proving these points? If you love her that much, you may not have to slap her. You could just change your ways. Okay, if this is how she like it or if this is how he like it, why not adjust to that instead of me putting my hands on them or acting a certain way towards them or being like, you know what I mean? So why not? And now if she's still that way or if he's still that way after you adjust and you do the things that they say that you can't do or you change the ways that you weren't, that they wanted you to be, and you doing all that and they still like that, that's just a bad person.
Yeah, and it's easy for me and you to come to that, but it was my father passed away a couple of years ago. My mother came all the way from New York to be at the funeral. The first thing I asked her was, I didn't see anything why you should be here at this funeral and being by this man's side. And what the first thing she said was, every day wasn't like this, Eldred.
He had a good time.
Before
they still hold on to the good time.
Right. And not only that, they think they can change it. As crazy as it sounds coming from me and you. I have interviewed a person, her name is Jennifer Ness. She wrote a book. The whole book is about domestic violence, abusive relationship. What up, Jennifer Ness, if you can hear me out there.
Jennifer Ness.
They think they can change it. As crazy as it sounds from me and you to say it, because it's easy for me to say it. That's just what it is. Leave. They think they can change it. They think they have the power to change it, and that's what keeps them around. Some people, then it becomes kids involved. It's not easy to leave your kids now. So people think that they can change what's going on, and that's some of the reasons why they stay around. But love is strong, man.
Love is very strong. It's a hell of a drug, you know what I mean? But I feel like that's where some people go wrong, trying to change someone. You feel me? Like if you at the end of the day trying to change someone, you already fell in love with who that person was. So why, when y'all fall in love, why are you trying to change them? If you already knew what it was when you first started rocking with them, when you fell in love with them, and all the good stuff happened.
Because Leo, you're talking from a logical mind. not only is something wrong with the person that's doing it, it's something wrong with the person that's taking it too.
Yeah.
So we're talking from a mind that's coming, that's put together. These people, they're not right. And so that's why they say when they get out of it, I'm free now. Yeah. Because they wasn't. My mother when she was going through it, she wasn't free. She was. It was something as mentally wrong with her as it was with my father that was actually doing it. Right. So when there's something wrong with people, it's easy for the logic person to say, go do this and do that, but it just doesn't happen that fast.
I mean, I feel that. I understand that, but I was talking to some women also about this, and some of them were saying that they was afraid, not afraid for their life, but afraid for failure. When they say they stayed in an abusive relationship. When they stayed in an abusive relationship, it was because they was afraid of failure, and they felt like that they wouldn't have the right finances. They got the kids and stuff and all that with them, and they may not be able to take care of these kids and give them what they want. So they stuck in a relationship because of that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because of the finance situation. But this one lady, shout out to her, you know, Sarah, I fuck with you, you know what I mean? She African and stuff. She working with me in my job, and she told me that she was afraid, you know what I mean? Because she got her children, and she been with this man, you know, her culture and how it goes over there in Africa. How you get married young at a young age. This is the man you're with. Even though African dudes, man, get your shit together, bro. Because for real, African men are ignorant as fuck. The stories I hear. And the women that they have will, quote unquote, as some people say, are like white girls about their loyalty. You know how black niggas are for white girls because they're more loyal. No, it's not. It's on a person, period, at point blank. But like I'm saying, they're loyal like that and they stick it out. But she said she was afraid. You know what I mean? She was afraid of failure from her not being able to get what she has got and everything like that. You know what I mean? But she took that step.
Yo,
and she
when you go to a wedding, right? You don't go to a wedding. What's up, y'all? Thank you for coming in. Let me turn your mic up. So when you go to a wedding, right? It's you, your spouse, family, and your family, right? And the biggest person that's in the house, bigger than them all, is God. Y'all talk to your spouse. Your spouse make promises back. You promise something to them, they promise you something back. Not only do you promise something to your spouse, you promise something to her family. Yeah. Not only is she promising you something back, she's promising something to your family, and she's promising something to God. So when a problem comes inside of a marriage and you've been together for a long time, the last thing is you want to tell everybody is something wrong. Something right. That is embarrassing. So why are you talking about why they stay? That's hard for you to go back and tell everybody in God something ain't right here. I made a mistake.
Right. That's why they stay.
Some of it is,
speaking with you, Josh, you said you've been in a relationship, right, that was somewhat kind of abusive.
Well, no, somewhat it was.
It was all the way abusive.
It was.
So now, how long was you in this abusive relationship?
7 years.
You was in an abusive relationship for 7 years.
Yes.
So the whole.
It wasn't abusive for 7 years. It didn't get abusive about the last three.
Now
3 years.
Speaking on that, so what do you feel changed and why he became abusive?
He had a control issue. If you didn't do what he wanted, you had something to say back. It was just, and he had mind control. I want to say that being young and this been my first love, first anything, my kid's father. He just had mind control. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't listen to my mom when she said, "Get your ass, stay away from
Mama know best. Huh?
Yeah, start having sex. You think you grown." That was me right there. All the way.
So speaking on that, like I'm saying though, but I understand. So if he was controlling from day one.
No, he was sweet from day one.
Okay, so what made him switch into that?
Can I say something? That in itself is control.
Like sweet and then tear him down, build him up to tear him down.
Yeah,
it's not only that. It's the key word Jasmine said when you first asked her a question. This is all about control. You being sweet is about to gain you the control.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is you had that control from being sweet. So why switch from sweet to sour? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you got control already, like I said earlier, a man can have control over a woman. I ain't trying to that overword. I'm taking out the content. But if you're taking care of the bills, you're taking care of them kids, you're doing what you got to do, that would be controlling to a woman because guess what? He's taking care of his responsibilities as a man. He's doing what he has to do. He's loving me. He's being loyal to me. That's controlling.
And then
why do you have to put your hands on him though?
Now, how many hours in a day do you think you're in the house? The man is actually in the house with their kids. How many hours do you think?
To be honest, when I was in a relationship with my child,
24 hours in a day. How many hours do you think
I'm about to tell
is in the house?
The other day when I was in a relationship with my child, bro, I woke up to my daughter and her son.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up at 9, then I go out and do what I gotta do like around 12.
Okay.
So that's 3 hours. But I'll be out for an hour. Then I'll come back and I'll chill from this time because she has to work. I'll chill from leaving at 12. I'll be back by like 1:30. I'll chill from 1:30 till 4:30.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking from a guy that goes from get up in the morning from 9 to 5.
Yeah, and then you go ask me that.
That's a lot. But a lot of men don't have that time at home. So I gotta ask them.
I think no, because to be all the way honest with you, a man that has a job, I feel like he has his time frame set. So at the end of the day, if you're working 10 hours on 24. You can be there. You go get your money.
Listen. All right. Let's give a man 10 hours in a day. Let's not even give him the 12. Let's give him 10 hours at work every day. You go to work. The time you probably be with both spouse and kids is only 2 because they're about to go to school and hopefully she's going to work too, right? So you do your 10 hours. When you come home from work, everybody is either getting ready for bed or already in bed. So how many hours again did you spend with them?
None.
So that's what I wanted to.
Right. No, that's not right.
So just please let me finish.
For an average person, that is right because men go to work early in the morning, you get off late.
So most of the time you're at work. Are you the owner of that business?
No.
You probably work for somebody, right? You're probably just a small person in this business, which means you have a lack of control in your daily business. Am I right? Or do you understand it?
True, you're not the boss.
So that's what brings on their anger. The lack of control in their daily, everyday life. They're not in the house all day, fam.
But I mean, that's a man that lacks confidence.
No.
That's a man that's not secure with himself. Because if you feel that way, you got to put your hands on it. Because what I'm getting from what you're saying, I'm not there that much. So I got to have a certain control on this woman. So I got to put my hands on her?
No, what brings it on is the lack of control of your regular you ain't even with her so much of the day.
So your job affects your household.
Yeah.
Some people, yes, that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's what you got to put your hands on.
Some people, because you're not the boss. You can go home and be the man of the house.
Yeah, I understand that. That's just like police people. Like,
after hearing this man, boy, no. First of all, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not.
Put your hands on a woman.
It's not. I'm not saying.
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying you saying this.
I'm telling you where some of this stuff comes from.
I don't know, man. And then at the end of the day, well, with that being said, from him, because he's a fucked up person, and we getting back with you with your story. Let's get back to your story about your relationship. That you said the last 3 or 4 years in your relationship became abusive. So basically, he built you up to try to tear you down. At the end of the day,
yeah.
So at the end of the day, what do you feel like? Do you know anything in your mind where you seen the difference in him and shit start changing and he starts switching up?
When I start maturing and I start understanding shit I didn't understand. So if I didn't know something and he tells me, that's what I know about it now. Okay. He was right about it. Yeah, you know, like if you don't know something, like parents and kids, your kids don't know, you're teaching them. He was my teacher. He was teaching me everything. So I'm going over his concept of what he wants to be. Then I'm growing up and get older and I'm seeing other people and everybody like, nah, they ain't how it's supposed to be. I'm seeing other stuff. So when he starts seeing like, oh, she ain't about to keep taking my shit, it was cheating at first. That's what it was. Before it was abusive, it was cheating.
So the first step to an abusive relationship is a man's guilt.
I guess in my situation, it was. I guess so.
Right.
I guess so.
But I mean,
like his guilt.
Your situation is a man's guilt. I'm not the boss of my job. I'm not the man. I'm not this and that. That's like a guilt thing too. Like, damn, I ain't the man. So guilt is the first thing to a man's abuse. Yeah. Okay, keep going.
But like I said, it started out as a cheating thing, and I would accept it back. But then, as it kept happening, I'd be like distant, where it'd be longer. We don't see each other for 3 months, you know, but we always go back to each other.
Okay.
When that started happening, when he looked at it as like I really might leave one day, that's when it like he just got abusive. Like you be walking and he'll just grab me by my. I'll be just out there fighting like in front of anybody. It like he was ruthless. I'm telling you.
Oh,
he did not care.
Was retarded.
Yeah, he was retarded. He is retarded.
I'm gonna ask this question right now, like far as just domestic violence and all this shit is concerned. Do you feel, because sometimes when I was doing a certain part of my life, when I was in a dark part of my life in a game, you have to really put your hands on these women, to get control, but some of these women liked it. So do you feel some women like to be just slapped up sometimes?
Some women
put in place, like just slap the fuck up.
Yeah, sad but true. Some women like that.
Like what do you feel that does for them? Does that get their coochie wet? Like, oh, my nigga, like, cause I've been around females that will tell a story about how her nigga just slapped her up last night, and she was like, "But bitch, I was kicking and fighting, but that nigga had me slapping me all crazy." Like it was like adventurous.
She was accustomed to it.
It was like, bitch, but I got him, though. You know what I mean? So like, what do you feel about those type of females, though? Huh?
I feel. You know, everybody go through it. You go through in your own way. I can't speak for that. I'm not that type of person. I honestly cannot.
I feel like those are weak.
Definitely now.
Weak, man.
So what is they then, LJ?
It's mentally damaged, Leo.
So
that's not a weak person, man. So if you're mentally damaged, you're not. First of all,
your mindset is weak.
No. Because
your mindset is weak. Period.
Because you're gullible. When you're gullible, you're naive. You believe. That's how I was with him. I was naive. I didn't know nothing. So if he said this is what a woman's supposed to do, that is nobody told me what a woman's supposed to do.
So that's what. Huh? You don't know. How are you weak then? You didn't know.
But she know right
but then when you right.
What she said.
Right from wrong.
But then when it came,
no. What she said was what he told her was her right and wrong.
Yeah.
She don't know.
Okay, true. But then as I'm saying, as it progresses, as it kept happening,
she already told us. Oh, look, he taught her since he said hi, what's up? That's what you just told us. Since he said hi, give me your number, he was molding her. So all her rights and wrongs is only what he taught her, not from what we gather our logical minds of right and wrong.
So at the end of the day, if she's getting abused by this man and her mom and other people telling her, baby, that ain't what it's supposed to be. Baby, this ain't that. And this. Baby, this and that. It is because now you know the difference between.
I feel like
happy and
not in the beginning. In the beginning, no, I don't feel like you're weak. But if it keep happening and you know it's wrong, then
you're weak.
So then I was weak. After the third time he keep cheating on me, okay, you know he's gonna sweet talk you. You let him back. He does it again. Okay, the third time, no, that made my mindset weak. Because I knew that was wrong, but I chose to let my heart, and my feelings, and emotions.
So then what happens when he start that's cheating stuff. Then what happens when he put his hands on you?
It was just that, I thought he was going to change. I'm like, I didn't know where it came from. I didn't know where it came from.
To me, that's hope. To me,
you holding on to something that ain't even there.
To me,
that's like a hangnail.
To me, that sounds like somebody that's something that's wrong. To you, that sounds like a weak person.
Being the woman that I am today and being through it and know that I would never be in a relationship with a man put his hands on me. I know right now if a man put his hand up to me, I'm leaving and I will not turn back. There's no sweet talking me, no. I feel like now I'm a strong woman. I feel like me going through that made me, I feel like I was weak then.
I think you know better. I think you mentally know better. Yeah. I don't think you're stronger. I think you mentally know better now.
Don't you mentally know
better? Just like then, I don't think you was weak. I just think you didn't know.
Aren't you mentally stronger if you know better?
If you're naive, you're not listening. It's but when somebody trying to tell you something, you're not listening.
That's how you is sometimes.
No, like in a relationship, when you're in this abusive stuff, and my mom and them are like, you need to get out of it. I'm like, no, he loves me. You know, I'm a little like, no, y'all don't understand my love. I didn't know what love was.
First of all, I think we mean the same thing. Just going through the same thing. I don't think the word that I'm putting on it is a weak person. I think we're saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's same.
We are. It's just you don't say
I'm not
weak. I'm not strong of a word.
That's to me. Yeah, weak to me. Maybe not to you. Don't change it because I said it.
No, I'm not.
To me, I just think that's too harsh of a word to a person that's in that situation.
I mean, I think it's not because at the end of the day, like someone that's sticking in an abusive relationship, they are weak-minded because they're afraid. You shouldn't be afraid. Is one of the most deadliest things to people's dreams. And whatever you want to succeed in life, whatever you want to move, when you're afraid to do something and afraid of failure, then you're weak to me in my mind frame. Right. You're weak-minded because you're not willing to take that chance to try.
But this is coming from a man that has everything put together right now. You're mentally strong, right? That's why everything sounds so strong. That's why it sounds so good to you.
But it just sounds good to us because it's logic. It makes sense.
And Leo,
to everybody.
And Leo, what I'm telling you, the people that's going through this, the men and women that's going through this, they're not.
And that's why we're doing this show right now.
They're not right up here.
What I'm trying to tell you is that's why this point of this whole show for everybody that's viewing this is for you people that
let me just read on one like that. Now, one person says, she's not weak. She just doesn't know.
We just talked about that. But when she do know, when she know like, hey, this nigga kicking my ass,
it's still control, Leo.
Fuck that. Like, well, no, this nigga kicking my ass, and this is not what a relationship is supposed to be about. At the end of the day, in the back of your head, you don't watch motherfucker everything going on.
Said after that, as crazy as it sounds to me and you, she thought she can change it.
That's weak, bro. At the end of the day,
that's not weak.
Get out of there.
Because it
can't change, bro. Like
you sound so a person that has things put together. She didn't at the time.
But I'm saying,
understand that.
But you need to fucking stand, bro, because you like to talk over people.
Oh my God,
bro. Let somebody talk, my G. First off, and what I'm saying is, bro, after you see movies. She probably watching movies, eating ice cream while she getting her ass beat. And no, this is what I'm trying to say to you, my nigga. She sees the wrongs into this relationship, and she can comprehend as an adult that has kids. If you got kids, you need to be smart enough to take care of them. So you got common sense. So at the end of the day, if you see this man putting his hands on you, unless you like this shit, you know this shit is wrong.
Lee, I got one.
No matter what, if you was first doing it, bro, it's wrong.
Do you know people out there that have kids that shouldn't?
Huh?
Yeah. So why did you just say that?
Yeah.
So why did you just?
But
say
you know,
just because you have kids, you should know better.
You know better.
Yo, that was what it's not true, Leo. Just because you give birth, don't mean you know better. Don't Leo. Just because you have kids. On that birthday, when she gives birth, doesn't mean she automatically means she's smart at life.
Women, no, not smart at life, but she got the instincts to take care of her child.
No, she don't. No, she does not. No, she does not. On that day, she does not, Leo. Just because she gave birth on that day,
I was young when I had kids.
It automatically came to her. It don't work like that, man.
So you don't know how to feed a baby with a bottle.
That's easy.
You don't know what the birth.
Yo, that's not what we're talking about.
You don't know how to change no diaper. You don't know how to adapt to this.
I already did it before the kid. But there are people that don't. There are.
Stay out of here, bro. Listen, right now, we're going to go to here. We're going to go to a music break right now. You know what the fuck it is. It's Straight Up Radio. Make sure y'all comment. Let us know what's up. The phone lines is fucked up. Y'all can tune in on www.wtmsradio.com, or you can go to YouTube and see us live. Just type in Straight Up Radio, STRAUP Radio on YouTube, and you'll see us right there on your cellular device. You know what the fucks it is, man. Straight Up Radio.
Pistol click beats, blam blam.
Fuck sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. You got your hand out, I'm getting money on my own. I used to chase rap bitches, now I dog hoes. I got zips of dog food and it's for the low. The pounds on deck, blue cookie and OG. And I don't owe none of these niggas, but niggas owe me. I keep the Drake and a 40 for these bitch niggas. I'm a shooter like Clay, I'm with the shit, nigga. Billionaires Boys Club with the buffs on. My plug throw them bricks at me cause I get them gone. That coke had me getting money, now I'm really on. I never sit on my drugs, nigga, I get them gone. Broke niggas hating on me cause my money long. I ain't sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. The pound says touch, I'ma get them gone. Put some money on a nigga, I get him gone. Broke niggas hating on me cause my money long. I ain't sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. The pound says touch, I'ma get them gone. Put some money on a nigga, I get him gone. If you plug with the drugs, I can get them gone. I played the block like DeMarcus Cousins all along. I got coke, if you snort, come try a line. You ain't never seen a kick, you still selling dimes. If you want a nigga dead, I can get him gone. I think my nigga snitching, talking crazy on the phone. I wear Versace like Quavo, thanks to the drugs. Selling dope or make a bad bitch fall in love. If you owe me, you gon' pay me or you catching shots. When you was with your girlfriend, I was on the block. The lame niggas sneak this when your money long. I never babysit the drugs, I gotta get them gone. Broke niggas hating on me cause my money long. I ain't sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. The pound says touch, I'ma get them gone. Put some money on a nigga, I get him gone. Broke niggas hating on me cause my money long. I ain't sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. The pound says touch, I'ma get them gone. Put some money on a nigga, I get him gone.
Pistol click beats, blam blam.
Yo, we back like cook crack. You know what's up. It's Straight Up Radio. We're speaking nothing but the truth. Make sure y'all tune in www.wtmhradio.com. You can see us live on YouTube. Just type in Straight Up Radio, STRUP Radio on YouTube, and it'll pop up. Right now, we got in the background, we got this music Soul Child playing, and we call this song Love. Cause we all just need a little bit of love in here. LJ, let me sprinkle you with some, baby. Can we love each other, baby? And we gonna have fun in here. Straight up, he's sweating. He come out in this motherfucking hoodie in this bitch. That's how this topic get you, though, man. That's how strong and passionate we are about this topic. Abusive. Can you turn this up just a little, TT? Because this part right here is my
Then
shit.
you're gonna be like, you can't hear yourself.
No, I just want to hear the part right here, my brother. There we go. There we go, right there. We just need a little bit of love in the building. That's all. 1738 is fun too with it. So, abusive.
It ain't open.
Abusive relationships. This is what we're talking about. Like, where's the love at? How can you love someone that you put your hands on? LJ says it's a controlling thing. I feel like that also.
Possible. Very much.
I feel like it's controlling. Yeah, we're right about that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel if you really love somebody, and you really love somebody, you can love them with kisses and sex.
Why do you think after somebody does that, they wind up killing themselves? You can love
a nigga that beat somebody.
Listen, you can love the shit out of somebody and still be abusive, man.
Dangerous love. I don't want that.
I know it don't sound right to you.
No. I'm not saying it don't sound right, but we're not talking about the abuser getting abusive. The person that's getting beat up. Turn that down some a little bit for me,
or turn me up in the mic. You saying that they don't love them because they abuse them? What
I'm saying, like he's saying, they can be like so madly in love with them, they kicking their ass.
It's not madly in love. It's not cold. It's cold in love, man. It just happens like that.
A lot of times, the person. I mean, we is here.
Yeah, you can cuss like fuck around this bitch.
Man, somebody like you your first fucking day around
this nigga right here, man.
You the one that started all this yelling shit any fucking way. You ain't new to this, nigga.
Man. Oh, man. A lot of times, the person that is abusing the person is abusing them because they love them crazy.
So do you feel like the person that they're abusing did something for them to start doing that?
No,
it could be mad.
The person might already have an abusive issue. Like, I mean, if I beat my girl's ass, I seen my dad beat my mom's ass. Sometimes a lot of you might think it's common or the thing to do because that's how you grew up. Or also sometimes that might be in your nature, what we call them, brother, Tinder dick.
Tinder dick niggas, yeah.
Right. So boom, that might be in their nature too. You're afraid. That's in the case where you say they're a control freak. They trying to control the woman, everything that she does. And when the woman doesn't do what they think she should do, then oops upside your head.
Right.
Or you at the dinner table, right? And everybody's sitting there, and all you serving is ramen noodles.
Right.
This dude worked hard and bust his ass to try to get better, but he wasn't able to do it. So he's pissed off. Not even at her, at situation, at life. So with the lack of control where he's at with life, does that. Am I saying it right? All I'm saying is this needs to happen.
Yeah, because this is the situation that he can control.
Right. At work, he can't control.
Because in life, he's a failure.
I get that part. I understand what you were saying when you said that earlier. So now me understanding him being that way, if I can understand that, why can't the woman do it and move on about her life?
Because she ain't in the right mind as you.
Because a lot of times,
she's not as smart as you.
Because a lot of times, the woman on the flip side is like, boom. One, he's beating my ass because he loves me. Two, he's going through a lot at work and in life right now. So he's only doing this to me because he's stressed. And me leaving him will probably make him kill himself.
So guess what?
I'm going to take these punches and be...
fucking excuses.
Yep.
I mean, it's just so harsh on the abuser, fam. And you're too harsh on them, fam.
Because I don't like it. Why wouldn't I be?
Because you're not putting yourself in their shoes.
I can't put myself in someone's shoes that beats on women like bitch out of nowhere.
Okay, so what? I'm missing something here. So you're not pro abuser, but you're saying it's certain situations that make an abuser become an abuser.
Let's go back to the topic.
Why do women
stay? So stay mean longevity.
Right.
They done got their ass kicked multiple times.
So what I'm trying. So that's I'm happy you said that. What I'm trying to point out to Leo, what makes it longevity is something mentally wrong.
with the woman or the man?
Well, whoever's getting abused.
Both. Not the woman or the man.
So what I'm saying is, he's like, why don't they leave? They're not weak. What you got to understand is something. The stay part means longevity. This doesn't mean 2 days. This means stay around for a long time. That's what you meant, right?
I understand that. So like I'm saying,
something is mentally wrong with her. That's what I'm trying to say.
With the abuser or the being abused.
Both.
You can't say.
What's making her? So why can't she leave? Something is meant.
I don't think so mentally, because that mean I was someone's mentally
wrong with her.
Me growing up, I think I was weak then. Like I feel like it was time after time where everybody come to me and telling me stuff, and I'm like, no, whatever. I'm too dumb in love to be listening. You feel me? That one made me weak because I had time after time after time to leave, and I stayed and stayed and stayed and stayed.
What are you leaving? In the beginning of this whole topic, the first thing you said was control.
Yeah.
Leo said, what brung that? What brung that? This man, this is what you said out of your mouth. This man taught me everything I know.
Not everything, now. You can get not everything. I'm saying as far as our, yeah.
So how? So when things go wrong and it was time for you a life lesson to be taught, 9 times out of 10 he was the one to teach you that. What brung on the control, all you know in life issues is what he taught you. So. But you don't know. You mentally don't know.
At the end of the day, though,
you're not weak because you don't know.
Man, getting beat up, you do know. It's fear. That's what I said earlier.
Okay, fear is not weak. Fear is not weak.
Yes, you is. If you're afraid to do something,
you're
afraid to fail.
I don't classify that as weak.
Because I feel like this. At the end of the day, you're afraid to move on from this man because you may not think your friend is gonna be cool without him. You're afraid to move on from this man because you feel like you're gonna find another man. You're afraid to go away from this man.
And that's and this fear part. Mine's a fear because my baby dad was psycho.
Got a way bigger hold on them than that.
No, my baby dad was psycho. He was threatening fam, like he was saying my baby dad did some stuff that I'm like he would not. So it was like scared. Like I'm like I ain't about to get nobody hurt.
Go to the police then. Oh, I ain't about that life. Well, you done.
And no, I wasn't saying about that life, but the police saying okay, nothing. What is the police gonna do? The police not doing nothing. They're taking him to jail. And he's gonna get right back out.
Do you really think because they're dumb?
Yeah. Do you really think they're not making nothing worse? They're not making it better. They're making it better.
Do you really think they're not making this decision because they're dumb?
Yes, that's stupid.
It's not that easy, man. It's not that easy, man.
Tell somebody. But
when you're told, if you tell somebody something's gonna get hurt, you're thinking about that person get hurt. You're not thinking about
him getting hurt.
No, who they threatening? My baby was threatening people.
That's how you enable a female from off top.
Scared, make her scared.
Yeah, you scared.
That's so weak. He weak.
So the first thing you gonna do is
a corny cuz.
The first, it's never been a female. I know this. Like you never been. Got into a situation with a male, and then the first thing he do besides hit you is threaten you. And say,
"I do this.
I do this.
I do that."
Bitch, now
call your dad.
Now the person, I agree with you. The person that's doing it is weak.
He's weak as shit.
But
I feel like
the person
get some help.
I feel another reason why it was weak because I got 6 brothers, and I would not tell my brother because my brother said, "If you ever call me." If you call me, he's through. Don't ain't nothing. Well, you're not talking back to him. He's through. Me, that being my kid's father, I'm like, no, scared. I got 6 brothers. I got brothers in the military. I got 6 brothers. None of my brothers know little punk things. They would have took care of this. So when my brothers found out that, but me being scared and thinking about I'm in love and I don't want that to happen to my baby dad. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Tell somebody. My whole point was. Tell somebody, because at the end of the day, it's somebody that's probably crazier than what your baby dad or where the fuck you fucking will portray to
so be. To not for real, because as easy as a phone call is, and she can't do that. Doesn't that make her something wrong with her?
No, but see,
it's so easy to do.
But listen, in that situation, that's a crazy situation to be in because it's still love that's in play,
and them dudes are coming to whoop his ass, man.
Yeah, so boom, you could tell somebody, no, that's what you're saying. You might say it's not love on his part, but it's love on her. Because
someone that stay around
is I don't want nothing to happen.
Like women stay around.
She still cares about his well-being. They're coming to whoop his ass.
Okay, well, get him tore up at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, that may make that nigga think twice about it next time. For real.
Yeah.
He might think twice
I was thinking they was gonna kill my baby daddy.
Or leave.
I wasn't thinking of that.
Leave.
I was
She don't
young
want that.
and
Don't
dumb. I don't
leave.
care
She
what y'all
don't want
talking
that.
about.
Hey, but see, in that situation, that got to be nipped in the
Hey,
bud on the first ass kicking. Because then you set, then you set the standard that nigga, you hit me, my people just coming,
but guess
and
what?
you won't do that.
It's like we know all that.
Oh, but don't get it twisted. I fought back. It wasn't no like just dragging me. Oh yeah, I did say, but I did, yeah. Because I felt like me fighting, it was dumb, but I feel like me fighting was like, okay, I'm not that girl getting her ass beat, just getting dragged, not doing that thing. Oh, I'm doing so. You hit me. I was doing stupid stuff. It was like I was young, dumb, in love. I did stupid stuff. I was messing the cards. I was doing dumb stuff that I won't do now. I'm mature.
The age limit on this abuse thing. Do you think it's more so younger women, immature women that will get more abused than older women?
No. Nope.
I feel younger.
So
yes, I feel younger women. Yes, because I didn't know. But yes, I feel young. Yes, I feel young.
Like you said,
I feel
young.
Look what she's doing, fam. That don't have no age, fam.
I understand that.
She's pointing to her brain. Age does not. The mind control does not have an age.
So we're speaking from right to wrong, right? So at the end of the day,
it's easier when you're younger.
Listen, man.
Because you got this mind, you don't have nothing in it. You got to get all this knowledge. When you're younger, you don't know nothing. When you're older, you done been through life, a lot of stuff, you know a lot. So you're easier to manipulate when you're younger versus you're older. Yes, honey, you don't know nothing.
So what I'm saying is,
I don't.
Age limit on this shit, bro. Like I said, age limit. At the end of the day, you done been through this before. If you're getting older and you going through it again, just like with women that got cheated with certain niggas, they're like, you just like wookie boo. I see what's up because I already experienced this shit.
And at 42,
it was excuses for me.
Gets cheated on.
Okay, but at the end of the day, though,
even if she was 21,
even if she stick around, it's about the sticking around part.
They still do at 42. They still do at 42.
That's what I'm saying, LJ. It's about this. What did you say? Stay. Why stay? If you already know what the fuck is up. Why stay around? Why stick around? If you see the same person, if this nigga keep cheating on you 90 times, you say, baby, I apologize. I swear I ain't gonna do it again. Baby, I apologize. So at the end of the day, you're weak-minded to me, because you know in the back of your head, he gonna do it again. But you stick around.
You don't know.
Okay, that's saying the same thing as something so simple as lying. You find somebody lying, why you stay with them? They're a liar now, right? They're always gonna lie. That's how you look at it in your head, right? So is that not the same thing?
So it's not an age or anything.
No, because all of this has
I just feel like when you're younger, you're easier to manipulate her.
You put up with people's shit because you love them. 1, 2, you believe in them, and 3, you hope that they will come around. You hope that the person will
at the
change
end of the day,
because you see something in them.
My mind frame is what you do. I can get the next one better, baby. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna stick around in a fucked up situation on hope, wishing that you would change from the beginning. No, I'm not.
I just wish all women in the world was as strong as you.
Man. That's all I said.
That's all I have to say.
It's easier for a man.
I'm talking about
it's
easier for a man to what?
It's men that stick around that's going through shitty situations. That stick around because of insecurity.
That's usually why men stick around when they need something.
This is a prime example as
it's still a matter of control, right?
Us as men, as kids. Your mom and was you raised with your mom and your dad?
No, just my mom.
Was you raised with your mom? Okay, but your dad still came around
here and again, and your mom when he wanted to,
and your mom put up with his shit, didn't she?
Yeah,
and she would do. And the only reason why she put up with his shit because 1, that was the father of her kids. 2, so she had love for him, and 3, she would just hope that he would come around and be.
He got it right on the nose.
No, he don't. Because with my mom, she wasn't like that. My dad come around like not on no abusive shit. Now, no disrespectful shit, nigga. Come through. If we gotta be like this for my kids and you be there, you're not gonna spend the night, though. We're not gonna lay up, though. You're not gonna be in this relationship with me, though. We're not fucking or nothing like this. Just come around for your kids. Do what you gotta do. Take your kids like this, and I'm gonna always speak highly of you. But if you abusive, nigga, I'm not gonna be with you. I'd rather be single than to fuck with you. Period. Point blank. I got love for you. That's why I'm letting you come around my kids, motherfucker. Number 2, you just keep the father of my kids, so that's mandatory. Me as a woman, I can't do that. But if you're abusive, you're not going to have the time or the place to even be that way. You don't have that because I'm going to organize this shit like this so that won't even ever happen. Period. That's what I'm saying about my mom, what I seen. And my mom been thinking, man, me and my brother talking shit about her, knock the cobwebs off.
That's the ratio of maybe 2 out of 10, though.
That is the difference between the age. I was a little girl. She's a grown woman.
She's a grown woman. And you see what? But one thing I'm trying to say is that's why I'm speaking for the people on the other side. I'm not trying to understand the negative people. I'm trying to turn the negative into the positive. Let's find a solution on why and what we can do about this to change this shit. Period, point blank. Y'all understand the abuser. Okay, you weak-minded, you want control, all that petty-ass bullshit. But baby, or my guy, why are you sticking around this? It's where you can be greater. You can think you can learn more and go through more. So let's find a solution. So why y'all cannot? It don't matter. You can find love somewhere else. You know,
yeah, it's not that easy for everybody. You like you're very strong.
Okay, so if you're in a situation, as a general, if you're in a situation where, of course, the man in the relationship it should be the aggressor.
Yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm.
But you get in an argument. Now, this is like I'm trying to put no stereotypes on shit, but normally in the black community, you get in an argument with your girl, shit, she might slap the shit out of you first. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if your girl slaps the shit out of you first, I'm asking this to you. What do you do?
I'm out of there.
That first time.
I'm out of there. I'm out of there because I know what the fuck I would do to you. So let me leave before I do what the fuck I know I can do to you.
Okay, so.
And bro, you know me, my nigga.
That's why I'm asking.
You know me, bro. I'm gonna be like, bitch. But guess what? That's why I'm over here with this next bitch.
So, and you in my life would never fuck with her again after that.
No, I'm not rocking with you like that.
No, one drunk night, we would talk fire out your ass,
baby, because she gonna get checked. Number one, she gonna know not to do it because the point gonna be set off rip.
The lady I love.
But sometimes you just get so mad in the conversation and you just reach out and touch somebody. That's usually how it happens.
Maybe you stronger than that. And then any fuck. I've been in love before my wife, so of course she.
He said somebody I fuck with. Now being in love is different.
What do you mean fuck with?
That's what I say. He said.
What do you mean by fuck with?
Fuck with you, fuck with him.
Like what though? Put something on there. Because it's levels to it. It's levels to it. So what do you mean by fuck with? Friday, only talk to a Friday?
If you don't love with him, if you fuck with him and you ain't in
love with him, did I ever say the word I love her? Did I ever tell her I love her?
You care about.
Did I ever tell her that?
I don't know.
Then it wouldn't be. Then it wouldn't be that easy for me to walk out. No.
See, like if I'm in love with a female, she doing one time.
You care about.
No, if she do it, okay. If she slapped me out of the blue shit, I bet she sober up that fast.
Why? Because
I'm a better know. Like, listen, baby.
Yeah, yanker.
I'm gonna be like,
That's the first one. That's the first one. That's the first level of it. That's where it starts. It starts with that.
Now that's what I'm saying.
Like this.
So listen,
and then like, hey,
that's what I'm saying.
And she gonna snap back around.
Boom.
Okay.
So boom.
I'm back.
You do that, and they don't stop.
Oh, it's over with. I'm not.
Yeah, they suck your ass.
Situation. You read here.
Listen,
this happened.
What if she hit you on some shit she really did?
But you still getting hit?
What if she hit you on some shit she really did?
Right.
I really did.
Yeah.
She just caught a picture in your phone.
She just sucked you up.
She
what a good one though.
I'm not gonna hit her back.
No, that's not what we're asking here.
If you do hit her back and she keep hitting you, you done tried to restrain her. You didn't
leave.
Slap the shit out of her.
Get out of there.
You can't leave for no woman. You can't leave for no black.
Listen, bro.
Guess
how strong you is.
Gonna take the car down.
You ain't going nowhere.
In the car and we play sports, right? You gonna be like this. I'm out of here.
Gotta do that.
Shut the door.
You sound like a cartoon character.
I know you have.
I did this shit before. I've done this shit before. And then all they're gonna do is, I'm gonna call it. I don't need a car. I don't want to drive. Bitch, the keys in the house. I left everything. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. That's why I'm leaving this whole situation.
Yeah.
Period.
Again, you're not.
That's how I am now,
bro.
That's how I am now. I would leave.
I did it, bro. I've done it. And like I said, my baby mom called me up with my other baby mom, bro. At the end of the day, nigga threw a whole Patron bottle in my head. I'm like, shit, damn, I deserve that though. You know what I mean? She caught me up. So I'm not gonna be like, bitch, you motherfucker. No, I'm like, okay, whatever. And now she trying to run up. Now I was like, okay, you got your little rock song. Let me
abusive relationships. Why do women stay in abusive relationships?
I'm not rocking with that, bro. I don't believe in men. I don't like men. I don't really deal with that, bro. No matter if you're my brother and that's your wife or whoever it is, if you fighting, bro, I'm gonna probably let you get your rock song for a second.
America's not as strong as you, man.
I'm gonna have to stop it.
That's just all to it.
Bro, don't do it no more because of my heart and who I am. I'm not gonna let that shit go. I'm not gonna let it keep. Not while I'm here. Do that shit on your time. Beat her ass somewhere else, nigga. But if you put me in it and I'm here, that means I have to get in it because you put me in a predicament to see it and be around it. So at the end of the day, you think I'm gonna just sit up there and just be like, and put my pillows over my head and be like, stuff. No, bro, I'm a man, bro, with an independent mom. So I'm like, hey, I don't know what she did. I don't know what you did. At the end of the day, don't do this shit around me. Just go your way, go outside, go somewhere else, and do what y'all do. But don't do it around me. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tune in www.wtmhradio.com. We were talking about why people stay in abusive relationships. Me, I'm like, be the bitch ass nigga. I don't like it. Everybody in here that has respect, they don't like it, but they got their reasons why men do it. And I feel like it's no really reason. So make sure I would say call in. But we're gonna have a part 2 of this shit because this shit was real tasty. So we back on some of this music. You know what I'm saying? Can we have them questions? Have them questions by Kilo, bro?
Oh man.
Oh, you want to play this song right here?
Yeah, I got
it. Play this song right here. You know what the fuck's up, man. We out here, man. Shotty boy, Kilo.
Pistol click, bitch. Blam,
Fuck sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. You got your hand out, I'm getting money on my arm. I used to chase rap bitches, now I dog clothes. I got zips of dog food and it's for the low. The pounds on deck, Cookie and OG. And I don't owe none of these niggas, but niggas owe me. I keep the Drake with a 40 for these bitch niggas. I'm a shooter like Clay, I'm with the shit, nigga. Billionaires Boys Club with the butts on. My plug throw them bricks at me cause I get them gone. Coke had me getting money, now I'm really young. I never sit on my drugs, nigga, I get them gone. Broke niggas hating on me cause my money long. I ain't sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. The pounds is touch, I'ma get them gone. Put some money on a nigga, I get him gone. Broke niggas hating on me cause my money long. I ain't sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. The pounds is touch, I'ma get them gone. Put some money on a nigga, I get him gone. If you plug with the drugs, I can get them gone. I played the block like DeMarcus Cousins all along. I got coke, if you snort, come try it live. You ain't never seen a kick, you still selling dimes. If you want a nigga dead, I can get him gone. I think my nigga snitching, talking crazy on the phone. I wear Versace like Rainbow, thanks to the drugs. Selling dope or make a bad bitch fall in love. If you owe me, you gon' pay me or you catching shots. When you was with your girlfriend, I was on the block. The lame niggas sneak this when your money long. I never babysit the drugs, I gotta get them gone. Broke niggas hating on me cause my money long. I ain't sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. The pounds is touch, I'ma get them gone. Put some money on a nigga, I get him gone. Broke niggas hating on me cause my money long. I ain't sitting on the grams, I'ma get them gone. The pounds is touch, I'ma get them gone. Put some money on a nigga, I get him gone.
pistol click, bitch. Blam, blam, blam.
Yeah, you know what it is. We back like Cook Crack, Stra8T Up Radio. We're going till 10:30 tonight, man. And we're gonna double back on this shit, man. Just like Twan G was saying, man, with Chi Chi. They're gonna double back, man. We gotta make sure we get these phone lines cracking so y'all can call in. Thank everybody that was on this live, commenting, telling me what's up, saying what's up. At the end of the day, I'm trying to find a solution to this. You know what it is, man. King Leo. We got Jazzy Pool in the building. L. Dre. Reed Racks, and we got somebody that got these fruits and berries in this motherfucker to get you right on the natural side. I was talking about she like she from India. How you doing, baby? What's your name?
Nani.
Nani. Yeah. It's nice to meet you, Nani. She in here talking to about this topic. So I have a question on this song. Please turn this off.
I knew that was your favorite.
I don't like that shit. We talked about that last week. But what I'm saying is, what relationships do y'all feel are the most abusive? Like white on black, black man, white women, girl on girl, boy on boy, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all feel is the most abusive relationships?
Men and women.
Yeah, black women.
Black men and women? All y'all agree to that?
White people do too, though. White people be.
What are the most abusive relationships? Kind of relationships?
They come out of nowhere and they just kill you for one day.
Man on man, girl on girl.
She's getting beat down all the time. They got tired of
it. I don't know. I wouldn't know that question.
Okay, well, now I'm about to hit y'all with some statistics.
lesbian relationships are the most.
I was about to say that.
The next one. Why
was like
they do be working though?
Most abusive. Because guess
they
what?
do be working.
At the end of the day, when I did my research on the
Two
scene,
females.
they don't exactly. They feel like, girl, it's me and you.
That's why I said I could never
and
have.
then you gotta think also, women do the most craziest shit. When men bust our windows, we say he acting like a bitch. You get what I'm saying? So now they both busting our windows. Now they both flattening tires. Now they both bleaching clothes. Nobody got no filter. And you a female, so what's up, bitch? We just really fighting. Yeah, I got a what they call that when you assault. That's what they think it's gonna be. This ain't domestic violence.
Basically, it's a fair fight.
Basically, in a relationship. But right now, with that gay marriage being legal and all this good stuff like that, women on women, and statistics went up on the most domestic violence cases.
I believe it.
You get what I'm saying? And that's why I feel also let's double back on this. Why would a woman want to be with another woman?
Why would they?
Yeah. And like in a full, like, blown, especially, but it's like the study kind. If you think about it, it's the studs that's the men, that act like the man, want to be the man, and that can be that. That's crazy. But that can be the most abusive relationship with the stud, not the girly on one-on-one, because they really ain't with that. But the stud with the girl, they on that trash. And like I'm just asking, like our opinions, nothing wrong. So I feel like let's go on. Why do y'all feel like women on women and the stud was more abusive than any relationship? Even though we said it a little bit, but I'm just saying though.
Because she's trying to portray a man and she's emotional like a female.
She still got periods.
And then they sync up at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of too many emotions going on. And you're trying to be masculine too.
Yeah.
And trying to pull my cord, but you a girl, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah, that's not gonna work.
Too much betrayal.
Yeah. I feel like the women with the studs and stuff like the same thing, because I dealt with someone that was dealing with a stud, and I thought this girl was going through so much. Goddamn, any man that texts her phone, any other females that text her phone, no matter what, she couldn't win for lose, because I guess this stud girl was like not secure with herself. And her point was logic, because it's like I feel about women and women. You can say, oh, that ain't nothing, that's just my friend. Or this dude, like, bitch, you know I'm gay. And he probably tearing you up. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of little different things that can go through their mind on dealing with a woman. You know what I mean? That's what make them trip and want to put their hands on them. Now they got to be like what you said about the guy, what I said with the job, that's not secure with his job. So now you got to come home, because really I ain't a man. You let me hit you with a strap on, so that means you still like Mick. Like, for real, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't just like, don't put that in me.
I'm so confused. I did ask a girl that once, like, so what do you get if you don't get pleasure? What is they get out of pleasure somebody else? And I'm just like, every day though. Every time you have sex.
I don't answer this. If everybody didn't know your business, I wouldn't even put it out. And in the dyke relationship, it was obvious you played the stud role. Why would another female want to be with a stud than a guy? You're a guy. You're acting like a guy anyway. Can you please answer that for us?
Please do, because I really, really want to know. And we're gonna double back on that too and have a show about that. Why do gay women call themselves gay, but they fucking with women that act like men? You might well get you one of them people, them girls that got the man parts.
Well,
what are those called? Trannies or some shit? Yeah. You might well get one of them there, a female that got a penis. In that case.
So she said because women are truly scared of men. They just truly scared of men. So now you can get out of the female, I guess what you're saying, out of the female, you can get somebody that's acting like a man, but deep down it's not one. So it makes you, I guess, really sleep a little bit.
So she don't feel like that's kind of confusing, not to her, because if she's a stud, she knows she gay. She probably ain't getting hit. She probably tell a nigga like, bro, hey, don't say nothing about my titties, bro. That's gay. You know what I mean? Like the studs, they act like that.
No, I know more girly girls that's like that. There's a lot of studs that got kids.
Yeah.
No. The girly girl ones are more confident. They're more into like, I know this, but I like to dress like a female. They don't want to dress like no boy. The ones dress like a boy, like they don't like that tight stuff. They don't like how I look. They really think they little niggas.
But in that sense, you still want
that make
I give that Monty don't play that girl.
Oh, yeah, girl with the braids?
Yeah. I'm like, shut up, boo.
We talking to right now. She has a daughter. Her daughter's a model. And
Coolest thing ever.
She's about as stud as it gets.
For real? And like I just said, like I feel like sometimes when women become gay, it turns from some molestation.
But she
not always
does like guys and girls.
Some just don't find that masculinity like sexy. I like men because
at
I
the end
like
of the day,
all
like what
that.
I'm saying is like, do you think like when it comes to this abuse, we're gonna get back on this topic at the end of the day, when it comes to men, because I know I was in a situation like I was saying earlier that it was like you really had to put hands on this girl to make sure she know you ain't playing. Even though this game that I was in was benefiting me, and me as a man, I feel like you're a grown ass person. We should be able to talk it out. You understand? We know what the fuck's up, but she just didn't get that through her head. At the end of the day, when I had to be like, because somebody gave me a note like, nigga, you need to be like, nigga, cause for real, nigga, you do that, nigga, she gonna straighten up. I'm like, bro, no, ain't like, nigga, no, I'm telling you. And I did it because she forced my hand one time. And this is a dark place in my life that I will never go back to. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm like, no, run off. But like, kind of, it was like, but I kind of need you. So I got to be like, okay, bitch, you grew up, slamming around a little bit, but not nothing crazy. Not nothing fucked up like bitch or.
It's okay to control yourself and go hard.
Yeah,
I didn't see the girl.
So what I'm saying is, after I did that though, she was all the way in control. And the last situation I got, this girl headbutted me, man.
Oh no.
She headbutted me
She's
like, yeah, what's up?
No, she's nothing to fuck with.
Oh, some shit
She
though.
headbutting.
On the shit though. So what I'm saying is, with these women, like, they love that shit though.
I was just about to say.
A lot of girls love that shit.
Provoking.
Some girls feel like you don't love them
if you don't do that.
Because that's all they know.
Right.
So are those people mentally ill?
Yeah, those ones are. Yeah, those ones are.
That's
Most
definitely a sickness. If you got to get your ass beat to feel like you love, that's definitely.
It's like some slavery shit. I gotta whoop you to make sure you in line, like a kid.
Yeah, I mean, but if
You think that's like daddy issues? Daddy issues? You think that's daddy issues?
No, because a lot of people like that be having their dads in their life.
No,
but not missing fathers.
But there is some that do like that. Don't mean nothing.
No, but the fathers in their lives were, abusive in some way.
I just never understood how, if your dad's not in your life, what does that do with your intimate relationship? I just don't. Why would you want somebody like your dad or not like your dad? Like, what does that got to do? Explain that to me.
Your father is be the first
love
man
or first breakup
that you know how what comfortability means.
Not having a dad.
And that has nothing to do with touch, sex, none of that.
But
it's the first learning of comfortability with the man. That's what you're supposed to be learning.
Right.
Now, does that happen? That's a whole other thing, but that's why they say that. No, I can see that with the icky stuff you're seeing. That's not what people are saying. That's supposed to be the first.
Yeah,
if you never had it, then how do you know what to look for? Or
well, I have brothers, but my dad comes when he wants to and don't come when he don't. Like, he's one of them that.
First one, who you think should have been the first one? The first man.
Yeah, he should have been, but the fact that he's not is not altering my life.
Yeah, it's not making.
It's not like, oh well, I'm so hurt because I don't know love. Like you're gonna see love somewhere.
Yeah.
You're gonna see. Then it's because your dad didn't have it. That's an excuse. No, both my parents did heroin. And some people say, oh, because my parents did drugs, you will want to do drugs. I seen that different. When I did counseling, why the fuck if I watch my parents, why would I want to do that?
What's born into you is addictive personality, which means you don't got to be addicted to drugs. What you do have in your genes is addictive personality. So listen, you didn't have your family in life or none of that, but you just said to us, you dealt with domestic violence for 7 years. You don't see how that got something to do with each other?
And abuse is an addiction.
So a drug is a drug.
My mom, I didn't watch nobody get beat. I didn't watch
It don't have to be like that.
It's drug addiction. Abuse is addictive too.
So what was I addicted
to? Abuse.
Okay.
And that's in your gene to be addicted to something. It don't have to be.
She addicted to getting her ass beat.
No, it's not.
But that was the last relationship and the first one I ever went. I don't get it.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
But not having your dad in your life will make you feel a void about the person that you with as far as discipline issues. Like not having a dad in your life will, most girls, when they say they got daddy issues, they want to fight or be disciplined or have a nigga tell them what to do because they never had that before. And most girls are.
I guess
and you said the first person that said, and you told us today, the first person who did that was the person that hit you. Yeah. So you see the void that he's connecting?
Yeah, that's what I'm
You don't see how that one got something to do with the other?
I don't know because my baby dad was like intimate stuff. My brother and them was life stuff, so I don't see the comparison. He didn't teach me everything. He just showed me the intimate relationship stuff. What your wife supposed to do. If she don't, you get smacked. That shit was what.
It's about a void in your life.
I didn't see it. I don't see it. I don't.
You just said that man showed you that.
If your wife don't do that, you get slapped.
He actually showed you that.
I know he wasn't supposed to.
He actually shows you that. Your dad.
He was actually
this is how a man is supposed to raise a woman. This is how he's supposed to take care of the house.
You might not have been so susceptible to allowing him to show you that.
I feel like
you don't know if your dad would have set the standard and showed you this is how a woman is supposed to
treat
a man. This is how a man is supposed to treat a woman. Then you would have never took what you took.
Okay, so what about the women? What about the women who had their dad in their life and still going through it? What about them?
Yeah.
All right, then it's another problem. We're just talking about her. We're not talking about everybody.
But at the end of the day, other people can relate to her, and other people can relate to what we're saying right now.
Only in her situation.
Okay, now we're done with her situation. Now we're at, like she said, okay, I understand what y'all saying from my perspective, but what about the women that go through it that had their dad? Y'all already talked to her about her. Now what about the women that went through it that has their dad?
We don't know what they went through.
Okay, now go ahead.
Like my dad, I grew up with him my whole life, but he was very emotionless. He was void of love. Like, we don't do I love you. We don't hug. We don't still to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the first dude that showed me, like, affection and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? All right, then he would turn around and he would hit me or be abusive in some type of way. It didn't even always have to be physically. It was mentally sometimes.
So, like, basically, with that mental, with him showing you that love, that hug, you accepted that smack.
Kind of, sort of, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, well, shit, my dad ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
Show
make
me that.
Feel like that. So maybe he do really, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it was like, and then he turned around and be like, give me that embrace and all that. And he also knew, so it's like, you got to be careful what you share with people too. He knew that was my history. He knew that was my past. And I feel like he
used that against you.
Played on that. His game.
Did y'all see the difference? She thought about her dad in that. She thought about, oh, well, my dad wasn't here for that. I never cared about my dad. That was my point. I never
cared to it though.
Yeah. But my dad was
what do you have to? You don't have nothing. You can't say that because he's not dead.
Yeah, so you were susceptible, just like I was susceptible to what I did.
But Judge was there. He did the same thing my dad did. He wasn't there for real. He was just physically there.
Now, just because you didn't think about it, don't mean the void wasn't feel subconscious.
And you trained yourself not to think about it from his absence.
Void is something missing.
Yeah, you.
And her saying is what she was saying. She just love was missing. The first person that gave it to her to the point where she thought hitting was good was the dude. He would go this far to prove his love. The void.
And it wasn't even that I thought it was good. Like, oh, he hit me, so he loved it. It wasn't even that. I knew it was wrong. But I accepted it because I felt like the love that he gave me was so much better. You know what I'm saying? Until I got to a point like, nah, that ain't even where it's at. You know what I mean?
So do you feel like you was stupid for staying? Look at you, who you are now. And I don't know if you would put up with that down or not, but I wouldn't. But do you feel like, look back at you, do you feel like your younger self was stupid?
I wouldn't call it stupid. I just would call it unconscious, like the situation. You know what I'm saying?
And that's stupid. No, right. And
because if you don't know something, you know what I mean? You have to
stupid,
learn.
but you don't know.
And now she knew and all of that. And all
now,
that.
if I go do that again and get myself in a situation.
So he only hit you once, and then you went back and he hit you after that?
Nah.
Exactly. Our topic today is stay.
Listen to what she means now.
She just told you why.
Stay though, but she got hit multiple times.
And she told you why.
So because she don't know better. Because her dad ain't showing her the hug.
I never said that. I never said that.
Exactly. So she knew better.
She's not stupid.
But that was a dumb decision.
But I said it'd be stupid if you keep going back.
If you keep going back, that's stupid.
No. She mean like, all right. Well, first of all, tell them what you mean. I can't tell them what you mean. Tell them, because I don't think you're stupid. Tell them what you mean.
It was a stupid decision.
I don't think it was that either. Tell them what you mean.
I mean, sometimes, like, the best way. Okay, do you wear designer clothes?
No. I wear like this.
Picasso's designer.
I wear
Polo's designer. Yes, he loves Polo.
I want anything, bro. I will shop at Marshall's.
Okay, she said, "Do you that?"
Let me make my point. I'm trying to make a point.
That's designer at Walmart.
I'm trying to make a point.
The hat is designed.
No, go ahead. No, I want to hear
that. All right. So, do you wear you wear Jordans and all that stuff?
No, I wear Jordans.
Okay.
I wear lacrosse.
Designer, pretty much. Okay. So, are you a business owner?
He owns this.
Okay. And do you give back to the community?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. So that's a conscious decision, right?
Yeah.
So there's people out here that they wear designer and they wear Jordans and all that stuff, but they don't do any of that stuff. You see what I'm saying? But does that make them stupid because they don't?
No. It don't.
Okay.
Because it's the reason why they don't do it.
And there's a reason why I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day,
what was your reason?
It was your reason. Yeah, there we go.
That's
You get a reason. Why?
That's the question.
The reason why I don't probably communicate because the community probably was fucked up.
I feel like mine wasn't a reason. I feel like mine was an excuse. Looking back now, I feel like it was an excuse. Like the third, I don't say the first and second time. I feel like I didn't know, but then the third time and the fourth time, and you can't go through the same thing. I feel like I was stupid.
On the bed. Was you sitting?
I know it wasn't that. See, it wasn't.
Whatever it was, maybe I put too dramatic. Whatever the use was, did you go back home and just say stupid, stupid, stupid?
No, I didn't.
Of course, because you didn't think you were stupid.
Just because I didn't call myself stupid,
no, you wasn't stupid. How you stupid about something you don't know?
LJ, how you don't know after the fourth time?
Bro.
How don't you know?
Come on, man. You know he cheated 5 times.
Hold on you.
Hey,
That'll make you stupid.
Man, yes, it do.
But I'm speaking for me. I know I was stupid.
You're a dummy for him. There's certain people that you love that you would do extra shit for that you would be a dummy for, bro.
Nah, just too harsh a word for me.
See, stupid is such a harsh word.
And dummy is too. And ignorance is too.
Using that word. That's too harsh of a word, man.
It's more so vulnerable. Like,
that's what they are.
But how long do you be vulnerable? How long are you? So if you keep accepting that 30 times, you're still ready. Exactly. I learned my lesson that third time.
I used to say when somebody learned their lesson.
So they being dumb in that situation.
But see, y'all missing the key word. The key word in the situation is you're in love. How many times do you do something that you wouldn't do for a person because you're in love with them,
bro?
So you cannot.
I won't like when we
in the same situation.
When we put stay,
make you do stupid shit.
It's multiple years.
Makes you vulnerable.
It's multiple years in this shit. So that means this person probably did this shit multiple times.
I mean,
a lot of
your mama doing drugs.
Okay,
so listen.
The person is doing that way.
So listen. Boom.
Ignorance. Somebody just said ignorance means lack of knowledge. If you know it's wrong, why would you properly if you know it's wrong, why would you keep doing it?
Okay, so if your mom
because of love is stupid.
Your mama's on drugs,
that's ignorance,
and you keep giving her money for that.
So a nigga cheats on his girl, but he in love with his girl, but you know it's wrong, but you keep cheating on her. Is you stupid?
You ignorant.
Why wouldn't you leave your girl?
Ignorant.
But
I'm not ignorant.
Why don't you leave your girl? But why don't you leave your girl? Because
it's selfishness.
Because you love her.
It's selfishness.
A lot of
guess what? If you really love your woman, you're not gonna really cheat all the time like that. And if you really love her, you're gonna let her know, like, hey, I fucked up. Because that's the love I got.
I feel stupid. It'd be stupidity if that's where you live now. She kick your ass. How you gonna know what to say? Now you're stupid. Now you're stupid.
If you keep cheating on your woman, you're like, damn, that's wrong. Damn, that's wrong. Yeah, you're ignorant. Yeah, you're stupid for that because you know it's wrong. You know it's something you shouldn't do. Even for her to keep accepting you.
How can you really say you love her if you keep doing it?
If you keep hurting her feelings,
you keep doing it though.
I mean, you say you love a woman if you keep hitting her. Then if that's the
case.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
I said that.
That's my point, bro. You just said it, bro.
But you gotta understand how people learn to love. That's what matters. How do people learn to love? You know what I'm saying?
Who's to say it's love for real? How can you say your first? How can you say your first relationship is ever you can ever was in love with them if that's what you first under?
You tell us.
I know. Exactly. If you ask me, was I in love with my baby dad? How do I know? Like looking now and how I felt. No.
At the time, did you love him?
At the time, I thought I loved him. Yes, I was a little ass girl in my first relationship. Yes, I thought I was in love. He was nice. He did all this.
And said, "Do you love her?"
We did hurt.
I think she would have said, "Yes, I do."
Yeah. Then,
when
I didn't know nothing, no.
I do.
Then I would have said I loved him. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
No fake in it. I do. through all of that.
Until I got older and really said what love is, and when somebody really loves you, how they really treat you.
Stupid. But I mean, like, do you really say I love you if I want to hurt you?
It happens, Leo. Yeah, it does.
So I love you because I want to. I mean, okay. I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take that back. What you about to say though? I take that back.
That's how people usually understand love through hurt.
I take that back because sometimes you may tell somebody you know when they want you to say yes, even though you love them. You tell them no, and it might hurt their feelings.
No, why do you really mean it and hurt them? No, you can love the shit out of somebody and hurt them. Yes, it's very good.
Them people that be killing people and they kill themselves, they be really in love. Like you, that's what my baby dad told me. My baby dad told me if I can't have you, nobody have you. That's why I was scared of him. He was like, no one, he's gonna kill me if I try to leave him.
So I'm saying, though, at the end of the day, is that still like ignorance and selfishness? It's still like
there's a lot of factors. I don't think you can put a label on anyone because it's situational. I don't think you can.
So if I start like this,
I like what she said.
With Rihanna and Chris Brown, he loved her because he slapped her up.
I don't know.
We don't know the situation.
I don't know how.
It could have just been a trigger. Usually it happens by a trigger. She said something off the wall. You talking to your girl, like imagine a dude and a girl arguing in the car, right?
So for every action, there's a reaction.
A dude, okay, let's go to the stereotype. A dude and a girl arguing in the car, or like they always argue. They know for always arguing. But she say something off the wall. Yeah, and that's why I fucked T-Roy. And like you never heard her before, but it's just that in that moment that made you hit you.
See, the thing
that's how I am. You say something crazy.
I think it's a little bit more to come to that. I don't think it's just T-Roy back.
But if you say something crazy,
I've been knowing you probably been sneaking out with this nigga for a while, and now that you actually said it, I snapped.
It could have been just a disrespectful. How you tell me that?
No. See, the thing is, like, I don't know.
My man tell me I'm punching.
What kind of women y'all deal with? But the kind of women I've always dealt with,
T-Roy's at all.
I deal with thoroughbred black women, like old school black women that like they can't beat you physically, so black women beat you with their tongue. So what happens is that's the only way that a woman that I know of knows how to kill a man.
Say some hurtful shit.
No, not shut the fuck up.
No, say some truth. Say some hurtful truth.
A little dick
ass. Say some truth. Tell your dad I love
you. You gonna do that to them niggas? That's it.
And you tired of
can't keep a job ass.
Remember baby boy?
That shit don't work till I fuck you every day, so I heard me tell your ass up.
Do you remember baby boy?
It's that.
If you remember the movie Baby Boy, he did not mean to hit her, but he did because he, in the moment, she hit him, caught him off guard, and he backhanded her.
Damn.
How sorry was he? Yeah, but I'm saying
because she knew she couldn't beat him, but I know where I can get you.
But just his trigger, the trigger. I'm saying he didn't plan to smack her. He didn't threaten to smack her. Sometimes it happens like that.
Right. Hold on.
So you like, so when you mind mess up, it's true. Some stuff you said, I do feel like it was a mind thing in the beginning because I didn't know, but as it progressed. You know, you're progressing. You know, like now I can look down and be like, I knew, but I should have left when my mom told me. You know, you go through stuff. Oh, I'm in a relationship now. That's why I don't think I was in love with him. That was just what I knew at the beginning. He told me that was love.
No, I was just about to say, and then in a situation like when you describing the whole baby boy situation, you basically like baby boy was the typical movie that set the standard. For what young black couples was like all across the world. Now, in this situation, if you play it back, you got a young couple on some baby dad, baby mom shit. One nigga cheating and shit. He leave and
one nigga don't work.
Yeah, he don't.
That's so important in that shit right now.
But that's still
he don't work.
Yeah, but in this situation,
so lack of funds, he can't do nothing for his family.
But the situation, she caught him cheating, and he was trying to leave. And she like, nigga, you not about to leave nowhere while I'm talking to you. Because if any of y'all know, your mom always told you the thing that you can do to hurt a black woman is not argue. Not argue. Leave. I'm out of here. Now, what did I just tell you? Hold on. What did I just tell you? You're not going nowhere. As soon as he left, she chased me down the stairs. Nigga kept talking shit till she got him to do what she wanted to do.
So she wanted to get slapped. She wanted to get slapped.
Thank you.
And that's what I'm saying. So my question was, do women want that though? That was a question.
That's what I'm trying to.
I don't think we want that. It just be the extent we want to get the truth. She wanted the truth. Maybe she wanted the truth. She did not. She wanted the truth. She wanted him to admit that she slept with the dude. She didn't want to fight. No, she wanted the truth.
She wanted to get my shit out.
She wanted. Yeah, there's some women, but I don't think she wanted to.
So you want to tell me that in that situation, you didn't think that she wanted to fight?
No, I think she wanted to know the truth. So some women, it don't matter what we see. We gotta hear it. We want you to admit it.
Stupid.
Yeah, you want to admit it.
You knew the truth. You
admit it. You didn't see that, but you didn't see it. It wasn't. You didn't see them having sex. You didn't walk in. It's a difference, though.
It's not a difference.
Now it's not. But
one thing about y'all women, y'all rocking with somebody serious. Y'all know how to y'all set your standards about not cheating. There's no protection. You fucking with me without a rubber. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, y'all should respect the nigga that got rubbers. Because at the end of the day, he really like, I ain't about to fuck this bitch without no condom and bring back nothing to you. Because I respect you.
Why be in a relationship? I don't understand that.
I said fuck with niggas. I said fuck with niggas. I ain't say be in a whole full-blown relationship. Because even being in a full-blown relationship, if you get caught with condoms, she know what it is.
Right.
Just like he was saying.
That's if y'all don't wear condoms.
Because we went out.
Why do you want a condom?
She already knows that he don't clear. That don't do shit about softening the blow, though, do it?
No.
But at least you're bringing me back.
No. It don't. But what I'm saying is she already it do. This is being protective.
This is about me. At least you thought about me.
At least get her pregnant. Anybody get her pregnant?
At least you thought about it.
Oh yeah. You get a bitch pregnant, it's over with. You treat her with 10 times, it's over with.
That also brings back more kids for him, which means more money out of him. He didn't think about you. He thought about himself. I don't want no more kids.
I don't know rubber. But if he got a rubber, he would think about, I don't want no kids. I don't want to bring back the drama because I want my girl to kick my ass. I don't even want to bring back no diseases if this bitch fucked up. He would think about like, yeah, I gotta strap up because I don't know.
Not all the time though.
So
he would think about him.
Like, okay, it ain't over.
No,
you is on punishment. No, you wouldn't have had the condoms though.
Shit, in a way, because guess what? This nigga could be.
There's some bitches that do that too.
Would you rather? I mean, I'm gonna say you, but would females rather catch a nigga with rubbers or catch something or have another baby? And you gotta break the news.
Of course, we'd rather somebody with the rubbers.
So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, he did get caught with these rubbers, so even though he did, was trying at least
he could.
Okay, so when y'all catch a woman, if she was considered that she let that man go in her with a condom, versus letting go raw. But women be all that different. No, but she had a condom. She's the devil going to hell.
Hey, guess what though? It's a difference between a man getting a woman pregnant and a woman getting pregnant by another man. That's rocking with, because I get to see that fucker grow in your stomach every day. At least this bitch is over here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But I want you every day seeing that motherfucker grow.
Then you gotta see going over there.
It grow. She telling you it's yours.
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to say though. But if you tell me, I'm sorry, this ain't your baby, this whoopie whoops, and I want you, and I'm seeing your stomach get bigger and bigger and bigger. Even if I tell you, hey, I got another baby on the way, guess what?
But why should that be easier for us?
Because you're not seeing it.
It's always double standards with women and men. It's always gonna be. It's always.
You're not thinking logical. At the end of the day, if a nigga was growing a belly while you got a female pregnant, you are gonna see that every day as a reminder. Every day.
We're gonna have to see that baby every day.
Not really. After it's born.
You gonna have that on your mind. Once you got that in your mind. No women can take that. I can't take that. I can't take that. The fact that just knowing, it doesn't matter.
She don't got no mirrors in her bathroom?
Oh, the what? Look at her stomach.
She see her stomach every day. She the first one that knows it.
No, bro. What I'm saying is, it's like I said, it's for a woman to get pregnant by a man. It's harder for a man to accept it than another woman getting pregnant by this man. Because they can't handle how they do. You're not getting it because at the end of the day, it's women that be with men.
50 times and we get a text once. It's like
I get what you said. I do get because you gotta see it. You live there, you gotta see the stomach grow. Versus she got her house and her stomach growing up there. But to women, when you say that, I'm thinking of that every day. I'm thinking of that every day. That's how can I be with nobody that can have a baby? I'm thinking about that every day. That's when we don't have kids together and you I'm thinking about that every day.
I need to come over here and do something for the baby. I needed to put the crib up. Right. You got to share your ass going over there and doing shit.
You have to go to the hospital. I ain't go to the hospital hospital with you. Then you gotta stay for pictures. Nah, you gonna have to go make that family work because I'm out.
I won't see you later, alligator, because I'm not gonna put you over my child.
Exactly. When you cheated, I don't want you to. I don't want it to be an equation.
When I first break the news to you, you better be gone. Don't stick around like, man, we might can make it work. No, when I say, hey, damn. Fuck that, these are my confessions. Right. And I got this girl put on the side. I just didn't mean to do it, baby. But damn, you know, I love you. I'm a man. I fucked up. So today she's saying she's pregnant. It might be mine, it might not. Guess what y'all gonna hold on to? Like I said, I hope. Hopefully this pregnant test come back and
no. Once I get that, no.
Because at the end of the day, that's just like a nigga cheating. No. At the end of the day, if you think about fucking,
it's a difference.
No, at the end of the day, it's like if it's this baby, it's like that's make my decision more like fuck you. Now if it ain't his baby, Steven's gonna rip it. You dirty ass bitch. You should act like niggas.
Okay, so women is like that. I'm when you told me there's a possibility, I'm out. When it's a possibility, she could have lost the child or not. It'd been a false thing. To me, that's my level. I don't care about nobody else. That's mine. No, kids is off limit. You have a kid on me. We done.
So like when I got another little thing about this abuse thing. So I feel like goddamn when it comes to people being abusive in relationships, I feel like because you say it's from cheating, it's from their job, it's from this, it's from that. Know who you fuck with. If you cannot accept that person for who they are with their flaws and all this extra shit that's going on, get the fuck going before the abuse even happened.
But they trick into it. It don't
trick into it because you
it's tricked into it. Men act like they are so sweet. You do this, you don't do that. You lie about everything, and then you get in love with them and you find out the truth.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm the one you asked. Yeah, because I don't know a man that ain't hit a woman. I don't know a man that ain't hit a woman.
Oh shit! Then you are right. Next question.
No. I have.
You know two now. You just met two.
I swear to God. Now, because I saw my father beat this shit, and I'm conceited. So I always thought I'll just leave you. That'll hurt you way more than my skinny ass punches will.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, it will because that'll be a mental thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's why I feel like verbal and mental abuse is way harder than
how much did my little ass beat you? My little ass ain't gonna beat you so much.
And that's the thing. Sometimes men hit because they can't communicate. That's a big issue too. They don't know how to tell you why. You know what I'm saying? They can't express themselves. That's the only way they know how.
That anger, frustration just comes out in the moment.
Not saying that's right.
Our solution, because we have to have a solution of the day.
Right.
So what our solution is about communication.
Yeah.
Being honest, being headstrong, not being afraid, as we say. Learning before you get yourself into a situation that you don't know about your situationship or your relationship. So I feel like at the end of the day, when it happens one time, get the fuck on and stick around. You said maybe you might stick around because they may be drunk as shit. They may just be like that. They may just slap you. You're like, okay, she feeling herself tonight. Or he feeling himself, okay. But when it happened again, though, get gone because this is a streak of consistency.
I agree with you.
So get going after that. When it's too tight, the second time, okay, nigga, this is what you about.
Some people have changed, but
I mean, second, if you love them,
as a dog, I feel don't go to it.
Everybody always say this. I don't like when they say this shit, but everybody said times has changed. So my mother, she gave people 2-3 chances and all that.
That's too many chances.
Times has changed. Today, these little motherfuckers today.
I don't. Yeah.
And what they got going on in their mentals today between economy, school, and all that, first time leave.
Okay.
Fuck the 2
times. I agree with that. First time.
For you two queens, solution. What did you do, Jasmine, first than you, to get out the situation that you was in to be abusive? What did you do to get out of it?
I just left.
You just left.
I just left.
What was the steps, the mental. What did you have?
Because your mental was different. Because you stayed.
Yeah.
What mentality you woke up with that day? Like, turned and said, "I'm kicking you back today."
It had enough. It was just, I can't tell you because it wasn't planned. I just woke up and just was over it. Delete the number when I answered.
No, you packed it. Your attitude is what? We didn't
live together. We didn't live together.
I mean, however you did it.
I just stopped with quiet.
Stop. Fuck it, it's over. What was that?
That was just me having enough. That was
God, prayer, everything like that.
Okay,
but it happened like.
I got a follow-up question. You got over it.
Mm-hmm.
This was a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
How you say till
10
this
years.
day? Huh?
10 years ago.
Okay, so to this day though, how is the situation now? if this is the father of your kids.
It is switched up right now. No, right now he's cut completely. You know, but it's crazy because even after we went through that and we broke up and we had to understand that we were best friends. I was cool with him and his every girlfriend he had after that. I had let it go. I let it go. Wasn't no jealousy after that. My kids can go over there where you at. It was never. He did 5 years, was cool. My kids go visit him, came home, got on drugs, and he flipped out. And I don't want my kids around that, so I cut it completely. You feel me? And my baby dad to the kids was never a bad baby dad. Just to me, he used to try to fight me. But to my kids, he was always, so I never separate him. But now, the shit he on now, hell, I'm not putting my kids around that. I can't trust you.
Respect.
Hell no.
Respect. So, baby,
hell no.
How do you got your situation? Because you said your dad didn't show you the hugs, the kisses, and all that stuff. And then that man that you dealt with, he did show you. So how did you get away from him?
Well, for me, you know, I had to look within, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to understand, like, you accept things for certain reasons. And, like, it took that situation for me to get to the root of my issue, you know what I'm saying? And I had to really think about why I was accepting what I was accepting. And that's how I came to the conclusion of what I was missing, you know, growing up. And so, you know, I learned certain things about karmic cycles. And until you learn the lesson you're supposed to learn, you can't break those things. So you have to, you know what I'm saying, go through. You know, I don't regret the situation because, you know, it brought me to where I am right now.
Headstrong.
Yeah, very. And so, I mean, that's just where it was. I got to the root. You'll repeat the same cycle if you don't get to the root of the problem. Right. So you have to figure out why it is you're allowing certain things to go on. Doesn't mean that you're stupid. Doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, anything is, you know, wrong with you as a person. You know what I mean? Learn. You just have to learn. You have to understand yourself, first of all. You know what I mean? A lot of people are in relationships and they don't even know who they are. So how can you even be with somebody else, you know? So
Rick, what's up, bro? Like, what I want to ask is, because we ain't been through it, but to the men that do it, that been through it, what can we do to stop doing that? What can we do
to stop?
What you say?
To stop going upside a bitch head?
Yeah.
You did that before?
Yeah.
And you can still talk like that right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, speaking on that, like, what do you think?
It's shit.
What do you think?
Why would somebody think that you learn from it then, just from off those words?
Why would I learn from it?
Why would people even think that you learn from it just off those words? Even if you still did it again, why would you still even talk that way?
I don't have a problem with the situation. I mean, shit happens within the home. And it's two sides to every story.
Right.
So I'm not for the abuser, or I'm not for the person that's abused, but sometimes it's always consequences and repercussions. Shit happens. Like she just said, with the spiteful shit, dude might just come out, boom. I mean, shit happens. Like a female slapped the shit out of you. Like I said, I done seen it. My people is from the South, bro. I was raised, so I done seen it all. You feel me? To where it was not even just back in the day where the way I was raised, they wasn't just hitting each other. It was skillets thrown, all type of crazy shit. You feel me? And this was my grandma throwing them at my grandfather. You feel me? So I mean,
married for like 50 years.
I don't know. Maybe it was the way that I was brought up. I'm just used to seeing it.
It's reality. You had a different one.
This is my reality.
I had a different one.
Exactly. This is my reality. So maybe like, that's why I'm comfortable with like
a nigga going upside his head. Some people
that's why I'm
when
saying
they
it's
ain't right.
situational.
So do you think at the end of the day that it could be something different that you could do, not to do that?
See, it's all about that whole situation is communication and knowing who the person is that you're dealing with, one, and also knowing what you can tolerate. That's your deal breakers right there.
That's what relationship. How can you ever really know who they is if they don't tell the truth?
So that's your deal breaker. So that's your deal breaker.
Can this ever be it too? So you just stop putting your fucking hands on people.
Period. Right. And that.
So fuck who you like. Don't push me because I'm gonna turn into Coretta Wall. I thought you just don't turn it to him.
Don't turn it to him. Leave.
That's
sometimes. Yeah.
Why you just don't do that?
Now that's because the hardest part is your
worst enemy is yourself. I think the hardest part is her not pushing you to your trigger. That's gonna happen no matter what. What you can't control is you though.
Right.
So why you just can't be like, that's why they gotta stop. Me just stop putting my fucking hands on you.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. So MJ, so that's your solution to the situation. Just men, no matter what the women do, how much they push you, just get up out of there. Don't put your hands on them. Period.
Like,
it's nowhere. I mean, everybody got reflexes, but you know how to hold some reflexes back. There's little kids that probably come up and do some shit. You
if somebody ever hit you, you just hit them back like it was a reflex.
You said it. Now, what I'm saying right now, I do understand it's some hard shit. Way easier being said than done. So I want to make sure that is understood.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But the answer, the bottom line is what you said earlier. Motherfucker, we used to avoiding running backs.
I'm gonna shake you out of here.
Gone. Leave.
All right.
You can
get out of there. So you
I know what I just said. It's
gonna be hard. That's one of them draggers.
I done did it.
But the bottom line is
you can shake them. You can shake them. You can shake them.
And it's okay to revisit. You don't have to
word up. Go calm down. Come back.
All I'm saying
go punch the tree. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you don't have to hash it out right then and there. You can be like, let's talk about this later.
It's like
some people won't.
It's like in the situation that I'm talking about. It's like the nigga. I don't know. It's like the dude that's just he got a complex. Like he got an issue, so he tries to avoid the problem before he gets pushed to the edge.
Then I ask
so
you
that's
this.
what I'm saying. Know who you're dealing with and stay away from that. If you have that kind of problem till you feel that void in yourself and deal with the issue that you have within. Now, stay away from it because you know you have that.
I can't deal with it.
Can I
it's like a crackhead in rehab.
I'm working on this issue.
I'm a crackhead in rehab. I can't be around crack.
Exactly.
I can't be around crack.
Right. So
I can't be around a mouthy bitch.
Right.
So
no deal with it. No
when can you
That's
say?
good point.
I completely understand.
Good point.
But what you can't control is her mouthiness.
So I
get away.
That's
get
what
away.
I'm trying to tell you.
Gotta get away.
I can't be around the one,
but you don't know when. You don't know when.
You could tell a smart mouth not want to be quiet ass female.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I can see it and I know them.
This is
like, you know what?
It's the you more likely, and this is the ones usually becomes the wives, the ones that challenge you.
Bro.
You're not. Listen to what I'm saying. Please listen to what I'm saying, y'all. The one that's yesing you all day, all of that, 9 times out of 10, she ain't about to be your wife. She may be your girl, but she ain't gonna be your wife. Your wife challenge you in life because she knows your flaws.
But she know when to challenge. She know when to challenge.
No.
Hey, man, ain't you married?
She know when to challenge.
I'm with him.
No, let me finish,
She
Leo.
know when to challenge.
No, Leo, please let me finish.
Go ahead.
If she really the one behind you, she's gonna push you beyond.
Yeah.
And you gotta be, if you love her, you can't be, well, that's my trigger.
It's levels to it. It's levels to it. She want a disrespectful one.
Your real wife is going to challenge you in life.
But your real wife, that somebody know that they know when to speak up
No.
and when not to.
No,
Real wife. Well, I don't run with no bitch that always got something to say. I'm sorry. I'm not rocking with no female that always has something to say. You did, bro.
I said,
no, he just said challenge you.
All right, no, at certain times.
So how you know on this time I'm not gonna hit you?
You know my girl.
Yeah.
My girl always got some shit to say.
Do she do?
Always. And mouthy as fuck. But the thing is, though, she does what you says. She challenges me in life. So her mouth sometimes can be the trigger to piss me off.
But it's
at the same time,
reality check.
It wakes me up.
A reality check.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
But she knows when to say it.
Like he said, you don't want the woman that. That's just the kind of guy that I am. I don't want the yes one. I do want the kind of mouthy one that tells me something.
But she know. Like last night, hold LJ,
let me put a limit to that. When she's challenging, because there ain't no limit. She wants you to exceed beyond.
Right.
There ain't no limit.
Somebody just said a female, like a woman gonna know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She gonna know when to shut the fuck up.
I didn't know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we do.
I didn't say that.
But I'm gonna say it like what I'm saying is,
your wife will challenge. If you
decide about a life decision,
your wife will be there to push. I know your
always.
Your limits are way bigger than
she know,
LJ. You don't even realize.
She know.
She knows. So no
but she also do know when to
shut the fuck up. So one thing I'm trying to say is, just like probably like the other day, where you going? What are you thinking about it?
Or what I do? Nip it right in the
shut up. I'm going to take her somewhere there. But she's still going to say what she's going to say.
Yeah.
Tonight, radio show. She probably like, all right, be careful.
Yeah.
She know what to say, when what not to say. So she know when to speak up, and she know when to shut the fuck up. So she gotta know your person who you dealing with.
I'm not gonna know that you ain't lying. All she gotta do is turn the radio on. So it's real easy to kiss you and say goodbye.
But I really don't, bro. Because this is a delay. This is like 5 minutes behind.
But see, this is what I'm saying.
I know, I'm fucking with you, man.
But see, this is the real though. Okay, he put a situation out there. My girl was asking some questions like, "Well, where y'all going?" On some smart mouthy shit. Bitch, don't worry about it. We gonna take care of some business.
Yeah.
Boom. So, but on some real life shit, yesterday she pulled me to the side. Nigga, I ain't like the way you tried to stun
me, nigga.
Because
you hear it like that.
Where you was going. Boom, boom, boom.
But that's understanding.
Boom, boom, boom.
But then they know she should know, like, baby, don't put me on blast like that. And I won't react like that.
Right.
Hit me up.
And that's right. Exactly but that's how you can't be disrespectful and get this way. You know it.
Why was it out of my club?
Right. Exactly.
So we gotta be honest. Don't do it around everybody. Know when to shut the fuck up. Know when to speak the fuck out.
But then some men don't do that. Like y'all go over the top, and then when a woman come back at it, it's like, oh, she wrong. Like,
but listen, baby,
you can't come at her disrespectful.
That's as people, just like vice versa. Like men do it too, just like women do it too. Like we said,
so y'all can't get mad when a woman do it back.
Exactly, but what I'm saying, the solution is know when to speak up and know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Know when it's time to say what you got to say and be the courage.
Keep your fucking hands to yourself.
No. That's
what it is.
Straight up.
But see, that's all about knowing. That's all about knowing the person that you with.
Exactly.
Not who you are, but knowing the person.
She said yourself.
Yeah. But listen, like you saying, the bra saying, I don't want to push my husband's buttons. Like he's saying, I just don't want to push my husband's buttons.
It's going.
How do you really know somebody?
Yeah. If you don't want to have a certain argument, you got to know certain things.
I don't like arguing in public. I don't like people know my business. I don't do that. Don't say nothing loud in the grocery store.
Within my house,
bitch, I'm gonna ask you too now.
So I don't mind my wife going all the way.
Basically,
I don't mind because I know at the end all she wants is the best for me. Right. So go talk. Let's do it. Talk the shit.
Within each other though.
In public,
no, talk the shit.
No,
I'm saying within each other.
No, not
in each other.
In public, we ain't black. We only do nothing in public. It just makes you look so ratchet and black.
You need to know your mate and know what's their triggers.
Straight up like that.
I get up and go.
Like for instance, I'm not about to just sit at home all day. I don't got a job, so I'm not about to sit at home all day. And my girl work all day.
And she like, nigga, what did you do today?
And she come home and the house just looks
dirty. Nigga, you ain't wash a dish. You ain't sweep.
The house gonna be cleaned up.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna do everything. I
gotta pick up that slack.
I'm not.
I know how you work and you cook and you clean. Baby, I'm gonna have your shit. You gonna look at the house. You be like,
and I just been sitting there playing the game all day.
Baby, I'm cooking some ramen noodles with some fish in that
clean, but I still
it smell good.
Right. For some reason,
that just says the sake of argument.
Should fill the belly and make sure all nuts are out.
So
I know it's chauvinistic to say, but that is the truth.
One thing about this domestic
violence, one is making sure your stomach is so full and your nuts are all out.
So one thing I'm saying about the domestic violence tonight, we done lost loved ones, people we know. Rest in peace to Kendall, Brittany Lewis. People from the city we know that lost their life to domestic violence from men that they didn't say enough was enough, and they should have got out the situationship or the situation. Maybe they were scared. But them being fearful, maybe them being fearful was the reason why they lost their life.
Man, rest in peace to my nigga Mitch Harry.
Mitch stabbed to death by court. Yeah. But and they, and we know what's up on the MP. We already know what's up, bro. But what I'm saying is though, one thing you gotta know when enough is enough, because maybe they would have had their freedom and they would have still had their life. If they would have just left.
Homies from the hood that died.
Because they got stabbed. And we were scared of Akron for a minute, like, hold on, you can't talk.
Did y'all know the whole story though?
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I'm just asking.
Yeah, we know you was shaking nigga up.
We don't know that.
Yeah. What I'm saying is though, man,
domestic violence either way,
her. She had to protect herself or whatever the fuck happened. One thing I'm saying is get out the way. When you know something that's not right and it happened, maybe
twice. They'll just say one. I give it two when somebody you love. If they do it once, it may be a mistake.
It's
the second time,
I say once because
yeah, but sometimes that once be the big time. My one time was that we didn't meet.
All right, well,
I can't
every one time, get out of there. My queens, to all y'all ladies out there, make sure y'all just keep your head strong. Make sure you don't stick around nigga that say he love you, but he smack you up, and every time
that verbal abuse,
he tell you I love you. The niggas that tell you like, baby, you fat as shit, you ugly as fuck, bitch, and then they're not a your eye up, and they're gonna punch you in the eye. Like, nah, who wants you? Nah, ain't nobody gonna want you up. Look at your eye. So at the end of the day, though, man, somebody gonna be there to ice your eye. Somebody gonna really be there for you and take care of you. So one thing I'm gonna say is, man, get out of the situationship. To you niggas that's hitting on women, especially for no reason, bro, I do not respect that shit. So at the end of the day, though, don't do it around me, and I better not hear it because you're a fucking coward to me. I'm sorry, and that's just my own personal opinion. I don't deal with that. At the end of the day, nigga, pure point blank, you know what the fuck it is. It's Straight Up Radio. We about to go into this questions by Kilo. Make sure y'all tune in. Next week, we got this motherfucking big ass party presented by GGE and Richie Rich Entertainment. Nigga, I'm talking about 20-something strippers. We're talking about food. We're talking about money and performances. This is right around the corner on Mediterranean, and that's like a fruit. It's whatever street y'all see that's like an orange fruit. They can pull up on that motherfucker. It's going live, man. You know what I'm saying? So tune in. Next week is going live.
What's it called?
Straight Up
Radio.
Called Twist? Yeah, Club Twist. Say
it again.
What do you mean? Say that we got the party going next week. We got it going next weekend on Saturday. October 14th, a straight up party presented by GGE and Richie Rich at Club Twist. It's right off at 161. If you know where the old motherfucking Giant Eagle at, it's right behind that. Make sure y'all come through and make sure y'all call in next week. 614-781-0754. We're going to talk a little bit more about this shit. And next week, the phone line's going to be trained and ready. It's Straight Up Radio. And my party's going to be crazy at the radio station on the 22nd. That's on a Sunday. It's that Kilo. I got questions, man. Straight Up Radio. Blah.
Make my music
Eyes open, I'm trying to stay focused. Took the hard road, I could have stopped, but I kept going. Don't like to talk a lot, mama told me, Sean, they talk bad when you doing